Oval, and we're looking for a really fast-paced and very entertaining game.
Well, continue it, Paul. Who's going to win this season opener, and by how much?
Bairnsdale's going to win it. I think Traralgon's going to take a little while to cover their losses from the summer and before their teamwork clicks together, and I'd say about 23 points.
Poppy?
Look, I'm going to go for Traralgon. I think youthful enthusiasm will carry this side a long, long way. They've got plenty of pace. They've got lots of open space. They've got some talented kids. There will be some mistakes, but I think this side is destined for bigger and better things. It might not be this season, but you will see glimpses of brilliance that will indicate this side is capable of going all the way in the years ahead. I like what I see in pre-season, and I think we're going to see a bit of it this afternoon.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Bairnsdale, for a couple of reasons.
17 points for me.
Yeah,
thank you.
Just the size difference in regards to bodies as well. Just looking at the Bairnsdale side right now. I think it's going to take a little bit to combat there for the Traralgon side too. And playing at home, the deck's magnificent, and they've got some really big players here. Led by their coach, Logan Austin. For me, Bairnsdale, I think they'll do it comfortably by 36 points.
Tell you what, one of their new recruits, Hugh Longbottom, is an absolute man, mountain standing at centre-half back. In the middle of the ground, though, it will be Ethan East up against Jacob Vanna Warden, the two ruckmen. A good matchup will be Mitchell for the Redlegs and Louis D'Angelo. And to kick things off in the Alinta Energy Gippsland League, the umpire throws it up and East will get the first tap down. Will Mitchell, first handball out wide. He got it to Clay, and now a left foot kick inside, just inside the forward 50. Came from one of their new recruits. Looks to be Blenheim, and we have it out of bounds on the full though, Pop.
We do indeed. So Traralgon defensive 50, grandstand side, and the Maroons kicking to the right of Radio. Come along the line, looking for a teammate. Can't. Rode beautifully. Ground level by the home side. The player was Blenheim. He couldn't take the ball cleanly. Finds itself over the boundary line again.
He looks really sharp. Left footer as well. Throws the body around too, and just going to see some big things from him.
When you know, isn't it, Boxer? And we've had two touches inside the first 40 seconds of play. East again, this time taps it down. There's Blenheim. Couldn't get this one. Other one there was Lockie Byrne-Jones, and the umpire will come in.
Critical thing today too for both sides is with their rotations as well, Scud. Warm day as well.
East just thumps it towards the top of the 50. A big fist inside it goes. There's Cunico for the Maroons. Handball over the top. Missed the target at ground level. Carsteens goes in hard. Trying to kick it off the ground there. It was Logan Austin who's gone forward. And Logan, you were on my Christmas card list. You're now off it.
You can see the difference in height now too. Without Peter Strong in this Traralgon side, Ethan East has been dominating already early in this game in the ruck.
All right, let's see what he can do here. Big Max East, and he gets another tap. Goes looking at the back. A set play. McMahon ground level. Quick kick. Hamilton takes ball. He's taken equally as well. That was time it was taken by Lando, and there'll be a ball up around about the left half forward flank. Bairnsdale into attack.
He's a big unit too, Lando, as well. So they've really recruited well, like Scott said before the game.
First quarter action, all thanks to Virtue Homes. Here's D'Angelo through some traffic. Sold it nicely. The right foot kick, though, just at the toes there of big Dylan Lopez. He had his arm tackled, couldn't quite get the ball out. Tapped off the ground by Hamilton. An underground handball, the Redlegs are away. And Vickery is the one. Left foot kick out in the front there. This time it's Jesse Bills. Left it behind. Marsh just has to handball it to himself. Bills does well and then delivers nicely and found the coach Austin, who the umpire said didn't take the mark. And he got absolutely crunched, and now they give him a free kick for over the shoulder.
Interesting matchup too. Logan and Hourigan go head to head.
Austin in towards, nicely done. And it's Tyrone Reese who takes the mark in the forward pocket for the Redlegs.
Good smart play then too by the coach. He knew that they had the Maroons flat-footed with the free kick and wondering what happened. He moved it really quick, and the kick was great into space, and nice little grab there by Reese.
2.5 minutes in, runs around as they always do, tries to get it working back from right to left, can't do so. And didn't work it enough. It's a minor score for the first time on the Virtue Home scoreboard.
On the Virtue Home scoreboard, that is one behind 1 point to Bairnsdale, coming up to the 3-minute mark of this first quarter.
All right, Ty Hourigan, the captain, newly appointed for the Maroons.
And very well done too.
Yeah, it is too. A consistent player, high quality, could be playing at even higher level. Has had opportune before, but he's quite happy to stay in his hometown, and although he's a long way from home today, he's hoping that his captaincy gets off to a flying start. Goes towards the outer side of the ground. Cade Marsh was the target, didn't find that target. It actually found the boundary line, basically near the intersection of forward 50 and boundary for the home side.
Boxer, did you have some news for us, injury front, before the game even started? Get to that in a moment as the ball comes back into play. Austin squeezes a handball out to Mitchell, goes backwards by hand. His Lockie Cloak, inside forward 50 he goes. Danger spot, Hourigan just got through his legs. Nice little tap by Reese. Comes out, kick around the body by Tate Clay, the youngster. And misses. Another minor score.
Two behinds, 2 points, Bairnsdale. Virtual home scoreboard, almost 4 minutes played.
Just prior to the injury, though, too, as well, the pressure of Bairnsdale is fantastic at the moment, too. They're up and about. They're pretty excited the way they play, and at the moment, really forcing the error to the Maroons as well.
All right, so we're going to have Jackson McMahon to bring this ball back into play. Probably Hourigan might be one of his options, or he goes to the Hamilton boys on the grandstand side. There's either or. You reckon they'll go for the taller? Tom Hamilton didn't quite get to the target. And now at ground level, they've got the numbers, Maroons, and they need to weave their way through a bunch of Bairnsdale players, and they run into trouble. And in fact, a free kick against Chance Daltrey will go the way of Bairnsdale. Didn't have much chance to get rid of that ball, but Jesse Bills made hard work for him and now kicks inside forward 50. It's all the Redlegs in the opening minutes of this first quarter. The season opener, Bairnsdale v Traralgon. Two behinds, as you heard from Paul Carter a moment ago, to the home side, Bairnsdale. Traralgon yet to score and even yet to look like scoring.
30 metres out from their goal. D'Angelo does well. Tackled quickly by Burn Jones. There'll be a free kick to D'Angelo. It was over the shoulder. And in his defensive back pocket, we'll look to switch it. Back to the face of the goals. It goes in the way of Little. He gets it further out wide. Can't keep it in the field of play. Kicks it out of bounds on the full.
That's that pressure again too, Scud. They've really forced them deep, and the kick wasn't great. And the little bit of pressure there from the coach, Logan Austin. He's going to line up in a really hard pocket here at the City Oval. He's probably a big chance here to
more than capable.
Yep, they lead by 2 points. They've had it all inside their forward 50 for the first 5 minutes of play. He's going to go with a banana from the boundary line. Logan Austin puts it across the face and out of bounds on the full on the other side.
So just pre the game in the warm-up there too, Ricky Tatton will come off the Bairnsdale side. It looks like he might have done the webbing in his hand, but he's back out there and ready to play again.
Okay, McMahon brings the ball back into play. 3 shots at goal, 3 behinds. Finds Connor Ambler, defensive 50, outer side of the ground. So we've played only a few minutes, but the early signs were that it's pretty accomplished looking Bairnsdale side. Early minutes, obviously, long way to go. And here we go right now. It's Cunico grabs the ball. They got some runners and it's Ambler again. The kick not great, in fact poor. A turnover goes the way of Kieran Vickery, half-back flank, right half-back flank for the Redlegs, and he'll sort of tease the corridor and find his big ruckman in Ethan East.
Kicks around the body. Logan Austin's got over the backside. And over the top, nicely done. Austin and Hourigan is the match-up, and Austin was too good on that occasion. It was a good kick by Ethan East as well. Nice, long penetration.
That's why it's a really unusual match-up too, because we know that Hourigan likes to get on his own and intercept Mark all afternoon. To play one-on-one, he was just caught out then too. He gave him 3 or 4 metres in the height of Austin. He was never going to get back in time to mark that.
No Braden McCary for the Redlegs today. And they've still got a couple out as well. Xavier Richards is another one that's out. So Austin goes forward. And he's having another shot on goal. This one from a better angle than before. Right foot likes it off the boot. Celebrates quickly. And the first goal of 2024 goes to the coach of the Redlegs in Logan Austin.
What's been really good about Bairnsdale, boys, is the fact that when the ball's inside their forward 50, they really zone hard and they push their players in deep to make sure the ball doesn't come out easy. But what I did like before this goal was kicked, once the ball did rebound back out and the Maroons had control, their work rate back to force that error, and they saw the short kick, they intercepted, and it was a great goal to Logan Austin.
And on at the 7 minute mark of the first quarter in the virtual home scoreboard, the Bairnsdale 1-2-8. Traralgon yet to go inside their forward 50.
Back in the middle they go. East will stay in there. Hamilton will do the ruck duties now for the Maroons. East, though, got up on his own. Down to Mitchell. Over the top now. This one is to McKenna. Kicks around the body. Nicely marked there by Dorr. Gives a handball back to McKenna. Over the top now to Tate Clay. The left footer. Inside forward 50. Hourigan peels off and takes the uncontested mark. Quickly switches it out wide and he can find Huey Dunbar.
He does too. Still in defensive 50. Traralgon under all sorts of pressure. Need to just show a bit of patience. They do. They go short to Marsh, who in turn goes short also and finds Cunico, who's picked up his 3rd or 4th touch in the opening minutes of this first quarter. He gives ground, goes back into the forward 50 of Bairnsdale, where Cade Marsh will now try to change direction. The kick will need to be pinpoint perfect. It's not quite. Tate Marsh was the player he was aiming for, but Tate was beaten to the ball by the boundary just 30 metres from Bairnsdale's goal.
That's twice it's happened to the side now too. They've just that chip it around, but what they've done is Bairnsdale forcing the error because they're really squeezing inside 50 and pushing him in deep.
First quarter action thanks to Virtue Holmes. Ball comes back into the field of play. No one can get it at ground level. Head over there was Cunico. Gave it to Marsh. That was Tate. Right foot kick, clearing outside, looking for Daltrey. And couldn't complete the mark with a boundary throw in. They've gained a few metres, the Maroons. They need a reset, but really hasn't gone inside forward 50, has it, for the Maroons as yet? Maybe once?
It came up short.
So ball thrown back in, half forward line for Bairnsdale. Hamilton over the top, got the tap, but it's the Redlegs in numbers around the ball that's winning the contest. Hamilton comes into lender hand, does feed it off nicely. Can they find a teammate in the Oakleys? They can't. He applies the tackle on McKenna. That's Link McKenna, bottom of the pack. A smooth moving left footer. I like the way he looks and moves. Good talented player. They seem to have more than a handful. Good tackle. Redlegs dispose of the ball fairly. Can they dance around the Maroons? Now they've got some room to move. Neoclis draws the player, feeds it off. D'Angelo likes to run. The kick was poor. Cunico dodges around 1-2. Sidesteps beautifully. He settles. Can he find a man? He can. Laprise. 45-degree angle, 30 metres out. The best chance, their first chance of the afternoon.
Great composure.
Fantastic composure too. Just that overlap run too. And D'Angelo's been everything so far in this game. It was just good that Neoclis just took his time to draw that player, gave him space. The kick wasn't great going inside 50, but Cunico's skills, he started the game absolutely brilliantly.
Like all players, forwards especially, they need one early for their confidence. Laprise, 30 metres out. Nice kick off the boot. Thank you very much. The Maroons are on the board, the first of season 2024.
Yeah, that was a fantastic kick, Pop, and you're definitely right then too when forwards had that early one for that confidence building. And it was great composure just by Cunico to hit up Laprise, who was on his own in that pocket. And it is a tough pocket here as well. So a really good start there, really good signs there for the Maroons. They've just got to build on this now as well and settle into the game.
One entry into the forward 50 is one goal for the Traralgon team on the Virtue Holmes scoreboard. One goal straight sixth. Still trailing by 2 points. Bairnsdale 1-2-8.
Of course, you're listening to Gippsland Live. All thanks to Harvey Norman Electrical Gippsland. It is the first quarter of this season opener. East will continue the ruck duties. Hamilton tapped it down to D'Angelo nicely. Back to Neocleus and then got crunched and lost the footy. Daltrey will have to come in and help. Couldn't get the footy. Squeeze it out to Mitchell. Good tackle by Neocleus. Play on to the umpire. Scolters now with his left foot kick. A chiselling one. And finds Connor Ambler. Inboard they go by foot. D'Angelo will mark. Half forward flank, 55 metres out from goal. Again they go inside 50. His kicks have been off just to start with. Coming the other direction there was Dorr. They get a handball over the top. The run now comes from Lando. Right foot kick, the new recruit. Kicks it to half forward. East puts one hand out. Little goes to ground. Strong tackle by East. The Maroons have got some numbers. Scolters was one of those. Tries to get a handball out. He got one high over the shoulder and will win himself the free kick.
So D'Angelo on 2 occasions, he's laid back on his kicks a touch, a little bit too casual, a bit too clever. Needs to get his head over the ball, Nick Lucchino, as he's going forward 50 to find a man.
He certainly does.
Scolters kicks it out wide and can find Connor Little. It's a slow play, only just went the 15 metres required. Kicks down the wing area.
Nice.
Target out there, couldn't quite complete the mark, was Lucas Tripodi. D'Angelo roved it well, took on the tackler, got his boot to ball, inside forward 50. Cunico's up forward again, tackled by Tatnell. Umpire said play on. Cloak did well at ground level. Gave a handball off to Blenheim, and he kicked it out wide to some open space. Tapping it forward out there. Looks to come the other direction was McKenna. He tries to get it backwards to Vickery. Kick around the body's nicely done and can find the first gamer in Matthew Hamilton for the Redlegs.
All right, Matty Hamilton, left foot, goes towards the outer side. He's got a runner, nicely done. Nice lead, nice take. Harvey it is. Wearing number 19 today, is that right?
Yep.
Cooper Harvey with a 19. Link McKenna now has the ball. Got on the end of that kick from Cooper Harvey. And he's just short of half forward. And now, as you heard Scud say, he's got it back and goes inside forward 50. The kick was poor, though. Need better than that. The mark was taken by Tom Hamilton, who looks as though he may be playing defensive 50, or is he rucking the...
Maybe rolling back,
Might be rolling back a bit, so goes towards the outer side. And is that Neocleus with the ball, or Chance Daltrey. It is Chance who finds Laprise, who's worked hard up the ground. Usually find him about half forward. He's grabbed a mark at half back. The kick was poor, and he turned it over to Longbottom. Longbottom plays on, goes along the line. Gee, there's some poor skills now because Hamilton has got on the end of Longbottom's kick and said thank you very much, and he goes short now and finds Daltrey.
So out of wing. Margin sits at 2 points in favour of the Redlegs. Kicks to half forward. Low press can take the mark. Rolls around on the right foot. Inside towards Cunico.
Nice.
Just got some separation from Stewart and was able to elevate and take a chest mark directly in front. Will kick from 45 box.
Jeez, he's hurting Stewart too as well. And that's just the footy smarts that Cunico's got. Like, he's just been dangerous forward. If they get the ball inside 50...
Bit of a move this year.
I like this move. I like it. He did start in the middle, but once he's gone forward, he's set one up and now he's going for his
He looks
first.
comfortable there, doesn't he?
He does.
Presents well. Let's see what the finish is like as they make a plethora of changes on the bench both sides. Cunico, 45 metres out. If you don't mind, over the goal umpire's head. And we spoke about where the goal is going to come from. Well, the big move is Cunico goes forward, and he's got one early.
We just spoke about skill level because obviously we've seen both sides really fumble with the ball at the moment, but it's just where Traralgon now have started to settle a little bit. Their short game wasn't working really well, and you can just see when Laprise got on his wheels, he got the ball inside 50 quickly, and he put the pressure of the defensive pressure back on Bairnsdale, and it was a great finish there by Cunico.
And Traralgon hit the front at the 15-minute mark of the first quarter. Virtue Home scoreboard. Traralgon are 2 goals straight, 12, leading Bairnsdale 1-2-8.
All right, so back in the centre of the Bairnsdale City Oval, Hamilton got the tap down but gave it to his opposing ruckman, who cleared the area inside forward 50 and falls in the arms of Josh Schultz. Well, Schultz on that left leg can be dangerous. The kick was poor again. We've seen that on 3 occasions in defensive 50. They've chose to go laterally. It's gone off the side of the boot, once out of bounds on the full and twice over the boundary line for a boundary throw-in.
Bit of nerves. It's nerves.
Why do you actually even choose that kick when you've got a player 10 metres away?
All right, ball comes back in, big thump forward again by East. Well rove there by Carsteens, goes back to hand there to Blenheim. Round the body kick to a hot spot, coming out to meet it on this occasion with the head over the footy. Nicely done there. It was McDonald for the Maroons. Clearing kick out to Scandrett, has one go, couldn't quite get it. Now he burns. Can he hit the target in Cunico? Umpire says no, it's out of bounds on the full. Wasn't much in it. Longbottom will take the free kick.
I tell you what, when they have got space, they look good, Traralgon.
Yeah.
They just need space, and Bairnsdale to date have been closing up most gaps.
Longbottom, right foot kick down the line. McKenna dropped the mark that he normally takes. Tyrone Reese at ground level on the tackler. Gave a handball back to McKenna. His kick goes straight up and down, and it's going to go out of bounds right in front of the huge crowd that is built here at the Bairnsdale City Oval, and it comes back in board now for the Maroons through Hamilton to Scolters.
And Scolters now feeds it off to his teammate in Marsh. Marsh goes over the top. Scolts the 1-2. Nicely done. Nice little sidestep. Cooper Brown. They feed it off. They're running in numbers. They're looking good. McMahon tackled beautifully. And the free kick will go Bairnsdale's way, the way of Tyrone Reese.
A brilliant tackle there by Reese. He just he lowered the hips and went bang.
Yeah. So here we go, Bairnsdale now, through the corridor. The kick was a tumbling punt inside forward 50. Taken ball and all was Dora, who got a handball out, couldn't find a teammate. Good numbers in the white. That is the maroon and white, and they've got the numbers to work it out of defensive 50. The kick is a torpedo from a standing start and lands a foot or two inside the boundary line, and there'll be a boundary throw in left half forward flank. Bairnsdale into attack.
I like how Traralgon now have just fine-tuned what their matchups look like down back, and it's really, really making a difference.
Box, I just got a quick one for you. I want you to find Dan McKenna was named. We had him on our retired list. Haven't quite seen him as yet, and I've just got a feeling he's in casual clothes on the bench. So let's have a look at that one. From this stoppage, Burn Jones got ran down from behind. That was from Willerton.
Gee, he got some pace, Willerton.
He certainly has, and might be pint size, but so is Lockie Burn Jones. Ball up again, Hamilton over the top, taps it straight down to Tyrone Reese. His high kick, inside forward 50. Defenders are under a bit of pressure. Good spoil by Hourigan. Ground level, Carsteens was there. Nicely done by Halliburton. Got tackled though quickly by Max East. Inside the forward 50, the umpire says a free kick is going to go Bairnsdale's way. I didn't see what it was for. Is it going to go to East or it might go to Bills? In the end, it goes to Jesse Bills.
So he's saying that he pulled the ball back into play, did he? Or
I think it was for holding the ball, perhaps.
Yeah.
Jumped on it and then didn't get rid of it. So Jesse Bills, good to see the two youngsters fighting over that one as well. Max East and Jesse Bills. And Bills will come in 30 metres out on its way. Ooh. It's going to hit the upright. Yep. Slams into the top of the post on the Virtue Home scoreboard at the 18.5-minute mark.
Takes Bairnsdale to 1 goal 3-9, trailing by 3 points over Traralgon, 2 goals straight 12.
All right, McMahon's got a couple of short options here that hasn't gone off previously, but this time it does. So is that Harrigan, left back pocket? Long way away. Harrigan with the ball, left back pocket. Not a lot of movement, but he'll go long towards the outer side. It's a 2-on-1 contest, and Bairnsdale have the numbers and therefore have the ball. And now they'll send the ball back into forward 50.
So, McKenna watch here at the moment. You can confirm he's definitely on the bench. And Connor Little, number 17 for Traralgon, has come into the game to replace McKenna.
All right, so the ball now is going to be with Neocleus. Defensive 50, goes short. Call, poor kick. Cut off nicely again, this time by Randall Stewart. From outside 50, goes to within 30. Out the back, East. Flew high, couldn't get hands on the
Nicely
ball.
done it.
A clever kick forward or tap forward, and I tell you what, they've socketed that ball through. Reece Carstairs, has he put a goal through? He has, and I tell you what, that have to be a contender for our Zambrero goal of the day. It's a beauty.
It was an absolute ripper there, Poppy. They had to work really hard for that goal, didn't they, Bairnsdale? Traralgon just shifted the game into their way, but the pressure again from up the field, they just kept it peppered inside 50, and they were rewarded with a great goal.
And the lead swings back at the 20-minute mark of the first quarter, and Bairnsdale are leading by 3 points on the Virtue Home scoreboard, 2-3-15 to 2 goals straight 12.
I think it's fair to say that Bairnsdale have had all the play, but in open play, Traralgon look really good when they move it. So the key for this, for me, is for Traralgon to move the football with pace, but just to be maybe a little bit steadier with the footy, as again now D'Angelo gave the 1-2 to Cunico, and his left foot kick, he's in the middle, and now he kicks it inside forward 50. Vanna Warden, front and square, Neocleus, tries to twist around one. Here's Willerton, sidestep, around another, right foot check side, there's touched, and it's going to roll over. On the last line of defence was Ricky Tatnell, as the newcomer for Traralgon, Liam Willerton, nearly squeezed it home. It's a minor score. Margin now?
It is 2 points in Bairnsdale's favour.
All right, Longbottom has the ball, defensive 50. Comes grandstand side, or the commentary position side, finds Randall Stewart, who looks up ground. Not a lot of movement, so he actually goes backward 35 metres, but he finds a teammate in Ricky Tatnell, who then changes direction towards the outer side of the ground to Vickery, who turns and runs and gathers 15 metres before he kicks 40. Hamilton dropped what he should have taken, and he normally would. And it falls at the bottom of the pack, and the first player there will be Will Mitchell, but it's kicked forward by Traralgon, inside forward 50 by Tom Hamilton, but only momentarily because, again, the Redlegs are working back nicely and making life hard for this visiting side.
It went out of bounds on the full pop, so Bairnsdale had the free kick.
So they give ground again and keep possession. This time Vickery again, who's been a bit of a conduit for a change of direction. And they've got some space grandstand side. They'll draw a player. They'll dance around and then kick to space. The kick was a nice one, dropping what he should have been taking and then taken by Hamilton. Oh, geez, I tell you what, 50-50 at best. He was thought to have been taken high by Josh Hamilton. The player I speak of was Randall Stewart, who goes inboard now.
Yeah, finds Byron Vickery now on this occasion. Half-back flank for the Redlegs. He's turned it over, though. Josh Hamilton takes the mark, quickly plays on. Lopez is on his own at centre-half forward. It's an open forward line, but there's no Traralgon player down there. He slows it down, waits for the troops to arrive at the toes there of Neocleus, which isn't a bad option. Squeezes a handball out to Ambler on the boundary line, plays the team football and finds Connor Scandrett directly in front. That's how you do it. Traralgon, Connor Ambler could have blazed away, had a shot at goal, composed enough to hit up the target at centre, at the forward, inside forward 50, directly in front. And Connor Scandrett wastes no time to try and retain the lead, and he puts it over the goal umpire's head, and Connor Scandrett gets his first goal.
Yeah, Scott, I'm just keeping an eye on Logan Austin. He's been pretty filthy with a couple of the kicks that have gone his way so far, and it's been a result in a turnover. And I can guarantee you now the 3 goals that have come to Traralgon are from Bairnsdale turnovers right now. Hopefully I'm right, and Paul Carter can tell me that I am.
100% box.
So the fact is I'm on.
He's on.
Yeah, you are. Yeah.
The fact is the box is on early.
Yes, it's on. It's on. But give it a chance. I'll stuff it up later on.
That's three goals from set shots, and all of them have been from turnovers. And that takes our third lead change for the game at the 23-minute mark of this first quarter on the Virtue Home scoreboard. Traralgon 3-1-19, Bairnsdale 2-3-15.
All right, we saw an absolute classic in the reserves with the home side Bairnsdale getting up by the single point. At the moment, there's 3 points the difference at senior level. Hamilton takes the ball out of the ruck, gives to Daltrey, standing start, gathers 55, goes to within 20 metres, front of the pack. We've got some numbers, Maroon's numbers. Can they get the ball out? They try to spit it out to a teammate. They can't. It's held in. The umpire will take control. 40 metres from Traralgon's goals, 45-degree angle, and the visiting side Traralgon 3-1-19, as you heard from Paul Carter, leading Bairnsdale 2-4-16.
Taking the ruck duties there was Scandrett, taps it out to open space, head over it there was Blenheim, got a handball now to Mitchell, he gets it further afield out to Vickery, chips it towards the wing, big pack will fly, Austin crunched into it, at ground level was Bills, inside kick, just sort of hit Mitchell in the head, good enough to get out of that, and a sweeping handball over the top. Burn Jones was on the end of it, a neat little kick to Rees, he's got Austin sprinting inside forward 50.
Wow-wee.
Work rate was 120% then, Boxer.
Wow-wee. He was in the contest here, and it was a fairly decent contest that he was in here. But he turned, he would have ran, 50 metres pop? Yep. Easy, at full tilt for a guy who's 6'4", 5. He made up incredible ground. He's going to kick just outside of 50, which will be a big kick.
He's capable.
He'll be blowing, though.
Yeah, he's
He'd
capable.
Be blowing.
Captain's lead well. Big moments for the Mall Bowling Club. The legendary 6th tap. Ever changing. We'll get to that in a moment. Boxers all over this one as Logan Austin will come in and look for Bairnsdale's third goal. It's a thumping kick. It's over across the face, and Scholters will help it through for the Maroons. It's a minor score on your Virtue Homes scoreboard. You can be inspired by Virtue Homes.
It takes Bairnsdale to 2-4-16. They trail by 3 points over Traralgon, who are 3-1-19.
So McMahon now to bring the ball back into play. You normally see him through the midfield on a wing more often than not, but a more than capable utiliser of the ball, goes towards the outer side. Can he find a teammate? He can't. Bairnsdale again with the numbers, ground level. It was Will Mitchell. He's caught with the ball. Play on is the call from the umpire. But the Black and Reds have got the numbers around, and Tate Clay has a bit of a dip and sends them inside forward 50 for the home side within 30 metres. Nicely taken. The mark was taken by Scholtz. And
he's been good down there.
He has been good. So now on that left leg, he'll look towards the outer side, 50 metres and all of that. Hamilton gets hands to it, just can't quite reel it in. Early part of the season, you'd expect a little bit of work to be done. No matter how hard you train in the pre-season, the opening 15 or 20 minutes of a first game of the real stuff, especially in these sort of conditions, can cost you. You'll be burning through the throat and the stomach and wondering whether you can get through a game, but you do find a way, and Traralgon are trying to find a way through this defence. I reckon free kick Traralgon's way. Is it D'Angelo or Halliburton that might be on the bottom of that?
First one.
Play on quickly. D'Angelo through McMahon. Run from full-back line to half-back line. Went searching for Josh Hamilton.
Downfield.
Free kick downfield. Well, That was fortuitous for Traralgon and bad play for Bairnsdale because the ball had found itself over the boundary line. And a 50-50 contest now goes the way of Traralgon. And they'll go inside forward 50. They're looking for Laprise. Takes a mark. He stood and delivered. And I tell you what, given that his form early for goal was a beauty, you'd be backing him in. A tight angle, the boundary to his left side, just 2 or 3 metres. And he'll kick from 35.
At a different time last year when they were at full strength in the side they had last year, Traralgon, Laprise found himself down back. So that was the first thought process. But I always have loved him forward.
So Laprise now from 30. Difficult angle, make no mistake. Goal umpire does not move. Dylan Laprise sticks up the finger. He should have stuck up 2 because he's got 2, and Traralgon have got back the lead.
It was a great kick then too by Dylan. I think that what I like the fact that he held his ground. He made his Bairnsdale opponent go at the ball, and he found himself reading it a lot better. His kicking's on this afternoon.
And Traralgon now go out to a 9-point lead. We're 27 minutes into the first quarter. Virtue Home scoreboard, Traralgon 4-1-25, leading Bairnsdale 2-4-16.
Well, great start for the Maroons, travelling away from their home ground in Traralgon on a big Bairnsdale City Oval. It's just what they needed. The Redlegs, though, I sensed in general play have probably had a little bit more of it, but they go again, the Maroons, and this time it is D'Angelo. Right foot kick, great one this time to Hamilton. That was Josh, just got underneath it. Kieran Vickery was there, kicked it off the ground. Mitchell's been busy,
Look at
ran
the
down
pace.
from behind. And Willerton gets his free kick. He's had a couple of those moments.
Great pace.
Gives a handball off to McMahon. Inboard again by hand to Hamilton. Out to the fat side. Daltrey's there, can mark 48 metres out. And we'll have another shot at goal.
This is what I like about McMahon's game too, and we saw him play a lot of this last year off the half back. He gains yardage for you. He runs and carries and he gets the ball forward. So
not sure Daltrey's got
he's
the
gonna
distance.
dodge. No.
From 51 metres. It's going to go long deep. It's not going to quite make the distance. It's rushed through. And it is a minor score. Virtue Homes scoreboard this afternoon. Keep your eyes peeled for the Virtue Homes new display home opening later this year. It's called the Marshall.
Traralgon 4-2-26, leading by 10 points over Bairnsdale 2-4-16.
All right, the Redlegs to bring the ball back into play, and they'll do that through Longbottom, who chooses to go the outer side. Nice long leg, but shepherding behind the play goes Traralgon's way. Play on quickly, umpire says go back behind the mark. The player with the ball was Tom Hamilton. He has the ball, left half forward flank. Maroon's just turning up the heat a touch. Daltrey on the end of it. Now, take
it's a free
two.
kick to Dill. Free kick off the ball.
So it will go
To Dylan Lopez. It's a free kick to Dylan Lopez for being blocked out of the contest.
No,
All
don't
right.
think you're right, Box. Sorry about that. Just correcting a few things there, but
So Chance Daltrey will take the ball. Boxers 100% drop significantly to 72%.
siren sounded.
So Chance Daltrey, with his side leading by 9 points on the first quarter, siren down.
Big moment.
It is a big moment.
And he won't be able to run around.
He won't. 45 metres out. Nice leg, nice angle, nice finish.
No.
Just to the left.
Minor score to close things off, Paul Carter.
4-3-27, Traralgon, 11-point lead at quarter time over Bairnsdale 2-4-16.
An entertaining first quarter in the season opener of the Alinta Energy Gippsland League. Let's take a break, have a bit of a breath and enjoy a drink or two. Of course, responsibly, you are listening to Gippsland Live on this wonderful Saturday afternoon up in East Gippsland. It's all thanks to Harvey Norman Electrical Gippsland. The Super Easter sale is on now.
of Bairnsdale, outside of finals, that's probably one of the biggest home and away huddles I've seen for a very, very long time. So well done to the Bairnsdale people to come down and support as well.
You get the sense that there is a little bit of excitement around the place.
Yeah, and I just think what I expected from the first game, like Poppy was talking about skills, it's sort of like grand final, like sort of fumbles and mistakes. Because everyone's pretty excited about getting the game going and getting a touch of the pill straight up. So conditions are perfect. Traralgon, to their credit, they really sharpened up. They looked a bit scratchy at the start. Then they got their skills right. They gained some yards off their half-back line and they used the ball better inside 50 than what Bairnsdale did.
Yeah, and Cunico looks as though he's fully fit. He's been having troublesome injuries over the last few seasons. This year,
he looks good.
Touch wood, he looks as comfortable as I've ever seen him.
And I love the move. He plays in the middle of the ground and he goes forward. The second quarter for the Moe Racing Club is about to get underway. Hamilton and East will do the duties. Tap back from Hamilton, but it was picked off on that occasion by the youngster, the newcomer. And they drive it inside forward 50.
Careful.
That is 50.
Logan.
Absolutely crunched. They're going to go to him.
Yeah, and so they should.
Schultz goes to him. Standing the ground, though, did very well in that back half was Connor Little.
Yeah, look, there's two things to look at. Yes, it was a 50-metre penalty, but if it's a 50-metre penalty, it's a reportable offence. He came in knees first.
Okay.
Came in knees first. The umpire saw it, thought it was warranted at 50. Well, why wouldn't warrant a report?
Well, they attack by hand. They give it to Schultz, and Skolters goes inside. Top of the 50 it is. Doesn't quite get in there. At ground level is Halliburton. Closing quickly. Little kick off the ground by Cloak. That's Corbett, goes now to Mitchell. His inboard handball back towards Austin, runs straight through two of them and says, get out of my way. Gives it back to Corbett, back to Austin, and Austin's little chip kick and gets to Carsteens. And Carsteens will give a handball to Austin. He can handball over the top now to a teammate. That was partially smothered. That was Max East. He gives it again by hands. Carsteen on the boundary line. Right foot kick to the goal line. It's rushed through. And it's a minor score, and Logan Austin is involved a number of times on that occasion.
And on the Club Eastwood Bairnsdale scoreboard, we have 2-5-17 Bairnsdale trailing Traralgon 4-3-27.
And that's what you want to see from your skipper, that sort of tough, determined play, busting through packs. And I think earlier it's just a mix of frustration, like the ball's been coming into that forward 50, and I think he's getting not in the way that he'd like. And Traralgon are doing it a lot better, as they do right now through Dylan Laprise. He's taken multiple marks and now sends the Maroons inside forward 50. Back of the pack, it's the Maroons again at ground level, overrunning the ball and in actual fact being beat at the ball by the boundary. There'll be a boundary throw-in just 30 metres from Traralgon's goals, kicking to the left of Radio, the town end of Bairnsdale City Oval.
I think they're just using the ball a lot better. It going inside 50 Traralgon right now, which is making the big difference.
So Vanna Warden to do the ruck, but he's got a hand on it. Vanna Warden had to do a little bit of groundwork. Gets it to Neokley, a snap around the body on a tightish angle. Can't get it to come around enough. Minor score. Margin now is at 11 points on the Club Eastwood scoreboard box.
It was a great pickup. Neokley has been going under the radar a little bit too. His ball movement inside 50 and his groundwork inside forward 50 has been tremendous.
Kieran Vickery will come to the near side. The change room side of the ground. Checks his kick and hits up Reese. And his defensive 50 for the Redlegs. They trail at the moment by 11 points.
So Traralgon are really pressing forward, all 36 players forward of centre. And so Bairnsdale need to show a bit of patience here and thread their way through. Lando with the ball now. He's inside defensive 50. He'll run outside defensive 50 and try to find a gap. He won't. It spills to ground. McDonald was a player who caused the contest. It comes over the top now. McDonald needs to hit the ball hard or man, and he chose man, which is fine. And the ball spills over the boundary line. And nice work.
This is what we see now. Hourigan's now on the true wing. He's left Logan Austin on his own there, and Scholes has had to take the man as well. So it's just very dangerous play there.
It is, but he's putting some pressure on Austin to follow him up the ground. Free kick behind play, Bairnsdale's way. And the ruck contest goes the way of Ethan East. He's inboard. He's got a number of options. And he finds one of those in Tyran Reese.
Good to see him back. Only played a handful of games last year due to some long-term injuries. So good to see Tyrone back.
Reese goes long. Can he find? It's a risky kick. And I tell you what, it didn't pay off because Cunico added some pressure to Lachlan Byrne-Jones and found the boundary line. Ethan East would have been the shorter and better option.
Even
on that occasion.
Traralgon midfielder on top here. You got Neoculus, Cunico and D'Angelo. That's three very, very handy midfielders. I think they're on top at the minute.
Yeah, Hamilton Horch, he's thwarted on a throw.
Yeah,
just. He just held on to the ball just a touch, so he would normally tap it, just stayed in the hands for a split second too long. The umpire deemed it throw. Good call.
He probably found himself in a position to take it out of the ruck and then thought, oh, there's a player right in front of me.
So Ethan East, who was overlooked a moment ago by a teammate, has the ball this time. He's on the grandstand side of the Bairnsdale City Oval.
Great work by the Maroons here.
Yeah.
That really clogged it up.
Redlegs are trailing at the moment by 11 points. Austin, he's a 2-on-1 contest, and frustratingly for him, Hamilton takes the mark, goes inboard, risky kick, went looking for, couldn't find the Oakleys, tapped forward very cleverly, and now on the end of it, nicely done. He's going to run into trouble though, Brown. Gets rid of trouble, left foot kick, tumbles, threatens forward 50, nicely done, holding the ball, gee whiz, Cutico's busy, gets a tap, plays on quickly, can he find a teammate? I reckon he can. No, he can't. Play on's the call. And nicely done at ground level. It is Lockie Croak that eases the pressure.
Yeah, he gets it out wide to the run of Rees. He goes backwards by hand. And now Clay gave it back to her, though Rees has turned it over. Ambler was there. He's got to get a handball away, and he can't do so. He put D'Angelo under a little bit of pressure, and the Redlegs stop another forward 50 entry.
No wonder why coaches go bald. You'll be pulling your hair out with some of the skill level from some of these players at the moment.
Umpire quickly gets it underway. Hamilton over the top, tapped it down. McKenna was there, squeezed a handball out to East. Now they've got some forward run. It's through Corbett and the left foot kick. He went to go the long option, and it's not the right option. And that's a free kick every day of the week. And the advantage will be paid. Hourigan will have the Maroon. He's got Cunico on, half forward flank. In a blink of an eye, inside forward 50. Neocleus, hard up on the boundary line. 48 metres out, tight angle.
This guy is probably my best on ground at the moment, just from his work rate point of view. He's starting himself in the middle, but I just watched him then to get to that lead. He ran across 50, about 30 or 40 metres at full tilt just to get there as well.
Well, we've got a new best on ground today as well. We're going with player rankings as opposed to 3-2-1. I'll talk to you about that later on. Neocleus from 48 metres, puts it deep into the square. Big fly over the back. No one could mark it. And eventually Trapodi will knock it over. We'll have a boundary throw in. It is a 11-point margin at the 6.5 minute mark.
Will that include maths?
No, just ABC. As easy as that, Vox.
Yeah, ABC. You'll be right with that one. Okay. As long as it doesn't go to DEF. Ball thrown back in, 15 metres from goals. Ground level, nicely done. Ambler, can he find a teammate? He can now. Around the body. Good kick. Chance Campbell. No, Chance Daltrey. I don't reckon he's got it, has he?
Yes, he has.
Oh, the umpire says, yes, he has. He agreed with Scud. I thought from where I was standing, it missed.
There's your contender for the Zambrero goal of the day. What an absolute ripper. One step. The ball went as high as the goalpost as well. It did actually probably fumble in the air enough for the goal umpire to get confused and say this is a goal. But even if it was, the players knew better than us because they were already in the air once the ball went through. So Traralgon are getting reward for effort right now. And there's another goal.
Now out to a 17-point lead at the 7-minute mark of the second quarter, and on the Club Eastwood Bairnsdale scoreboard, we have Traralgon 5-4-34, leading Bairnsdale 2-5-17.
Tell you what, good time for grilled chicken era to commence at Zambrero as well. Traralgon and Warrigal. Chance Daltrey might just have one hand on a burrito. As the ball is up again, Vanderwater just taps it straight down to D'Angelo. Try to get through the Hamilton, the Mitchell tackle, couldn't do so. Quick kick there by Carsteens, inside forward 50. Underground handball there was from Bills. Austin gave it to Corbett by hand, gets out of some traffic, and a quick little handball from Wilson though, coughed it up.
Pressure.
D'Angelo gave it back to Marsh. Out kick is not a good one. Tatner will pick it off at the wing area. And they'll go inboard to East. On the wing, short kick to Mitchell, finds him. Still 2 kicks out from the 50.
Look at the numbers back for Traralgon.
Carsteens will lead. Can he get up and mark? No, he can't, because Hourigan says, I'll just pick it off. And he'll go straight down the middle of the ground. Cunico's there. They got runners everywhere. Out wide is Marsh. He can take it. No, it's Dunbar in the end. Takes the mark. Handballs off to Trapodi. He's got some pace from 51 metres, lowers the eyes and hits Lopez on the chest.
That's the difference, Scud.
Yeah, good football.
Is the difference. They're prepared to use the ball well, going inside their forward 50, the Maroons, but it's their pressure up the ground as well that's really forcing Bairnsdale to caught that error. When you're going short inside the middle of the ground like East did then, and were unable to get numbers across, force the error, again, linked up by Cunico again, who used the ball beautifully.
Lopez has been on fire so far. He's got 2.
Oh,
and
goodness.
I tell you what, the guy doesn't miss. How's this for a start in season 2024? Dylan Lopez has had 3 shots on goals and he's got 3 goals straight.
Are we able to review our pre-match predictions?
I don't need to.
No, you don't. But I tell you what I do too. Daltrey might have 1 hand on a burrito. He needs 2. They're friggin' huge, the sombreros. But what a goal. Dills are really leading the way here too. And a great finish there. And just ball usage inside 50 is a big difference right now.
And the lead is out to 23 points in Traralgon's favour, 9 minutes into the second quarter. On the Club Eastwood Bairnsdale scoreboard, we have the Maroons at 6-4-40, leading Bairnsdale 2-5-17.
All right, ball back in the centre. East flies high, gets to the tap. Can he find a teammate? This has been the problem. Traralgon is starting to gain control through that midfield. Free kick's going to go Traralgon's way.
Yeah, going to hold the man.
Yeah, so Halliburton grabs the ball, plays on quickly. They've been doing this well, the pace. They've been using the ball and catching Bairnsdale more times than not unawares, but Vickery on this occasion stood tall, took the mark. Last line of defence.
Both ruckmen in a little bit of strife in that marking contest, Hamilton and Ethan East.
Yeah, Josh Hamilton saw as well as his brother.
All right, they play on the red legs out of defensive 50. They've been breaking down around here. This time they don't. Nicely done by Tatnall, or was it Mitchell?
Yep.
Over the top it goes. The 1-2, blown home was one of the 2, and now they kick forward through Vickery. The race is on, 2v2. First player there, nicely done, and handballed under pressure by Brown over the top. And geez, they're moving this ball beautifully. They're playing with confidence as Daltrey gives it back to the player that set it up in Brown. His left foot kick was pinpoint perfect to find Scandrett just outside. 550, tried to thread one through, couldn't find, pick the gap. Nicely done by Hamilton. Picks it up, runs over it in the end. At ground level, taken low, I thought. Play on was the call. Hamilton holds the ball inside, and 30 metres from Traralgon's goals, the intensity is picked up. And I tell you what, Bairnsdale need to respond.
The pressure from Traralgon was absolutely brilliant, especially in the middle of the ground then too, when they tried to link up through the hands, the red legs, but they just cut them off. But just they were absolutely persistent.
You know what pace does? Every time the opposition has got the ball, you can't catch them, and every time you've got the ball, you're under pressure.
Free kick. There's a shepherd in this ruck contest. It's going the Maroons' way.
Who kicked the goal?
They kicked the goal. The advantage wasn't paid, though.
Was it Trapato that kicked the goal? It could have been.
I think it might have been, but it's going to come back in the end to Hamilton. The ruckman got shepherded out of the ruck contest.
He's been good in the ruck too, Hamilton. Once they made that move and Van der Walden went forward, it's really swung their way, the Maroons.
So Troy Hamilton will be the one to have a shot from goal. 45 metres out. That's
Troy's on the bench.
Troy's the coach. Tom's out there. Josh is out there as well. And there's a youngster called Will who's taller than all of them. And he's got a bit of talent as well. This is Tom Hamilton, though. Hasn't got a goal today, but his Maroons teammate have got 6 and they're in control by 23 points at the moment. Just to tighten the screws a bit more in the 12-minute mark of this second quarter. Hamilton sprays it out to the right. It's going to squeeze in for a minor score. And on the Moe Racing Club Eastwood scoreboard, you can save on meals, drinks and race day entry. Become a member today.
It's 4 straight goals to Traralgon's advantage, 6-5-41 to 2-5-17.
So Tatnall's on the end of the kick from fullback after that behind was scored by the visiting side. Now Tatnall will come along grandstand side. He looks for Logan Austin, who's at the back of the pack, whilst in the front of the pack is his ruck beneath.
Turnover.
Plays on quickly, turnover. Too many today. Take Clays on the end of this one. For Traralgon. Play on's the call. Chips one. He went searching for, and despite the pressure from McKenna, Connor Ambler took the mark, left half forward flank. That margin's 24 points. It's not a real worry, but it is becoming concerning as they go inside forward 50. Ground level, nicely done again. I like this kid too. Liam Willerton, one of plenty with pace, who sees the ball over the boundary line just 5 metres from Traralgon's goals. Kicking to the left of Radio now.
You get the sense he's been busy without touching too many of the footy too much, but when it sort of slows down, he gets the understanding of the game and the quality that it is, he'll be fine. As East in the front spot, taps it down. Working hard was Neocleus. Quick kick goes towards the boundary line. Umpire says it was okay, under pressure. The boundary throw in.
The small forwards at Traralgon today too have been fantastic as well. And Willerton's been one of them too, where he's been serviceable, but they've been very good.
Can they get another one from the stoppage? Whistle again goes, and another free kick from the ruck contest will go Traralgon's way. And the man of the moment, Lopez, well, he said on Wednesday night of the season launch that he's got to find someone who can kick 100 goals. It might just be him alone who might kick 100 for the year. They were worried about what sort of scoring power they have up forward. Lopez says they need to find a couple. And at the moment, Lopez has 3. Slidey Shangle has not missed all afternoon. The commentator's curse does not happen on this occasion. Woo! And Lopez, as first half of football, has got 4 goals to open up season 2024.
And what he's just done now is really open up the game now. He's making it really hard for Bairnsdale to easily come back from a lead like this as well. And he's led the way. He's that early goal, confidence is up. Ball's coming inside 50. It creates that confidence for the forwards, knowing that the ball's going to be won by their midfield.
And you know what happens when they had all the play in the first quarter and weren't converting, right? They probably, their momentum, their confidence, their enthusiasm all sort of started to drain away. And now this is a real test of this Bairnsdale side, who many of us think are going to be destined to be better than last year.
Yep.
Let's just see what they're made of. This is when you find out what your team's like.
Absolutely.
First game of the year, a crowd that's thinking your home team is going to show something, and all of a sudden they're 5 goals down midway through the second quarter.
Exactly 30 points, you're right there, Poppy. 14-minute mark of the second quarter, 7-5 to 2-5, Traralgon's way.
Oh, here it is, a big moments as well in the game. Can Bairnsdale get something going? Here's Tate Clay crashing in off the half-forward line.
They just can't. No. They can't find a gap.
But you got to remember, it's 7 scoring shots, Bairnsdale to 12. So Traralgon have used it a lot better when it goes inside 50.
Yep.
Absolutely. Ethan East again. This time, thumps it forward to no one really in particular. They got some numbers though. Quick kick there by Blenheim. High to the inside 50. Well done by Tyron Reese.
Beautiful mark.
And Tyron Reese takes a mark directly in front. He's got some talent, this young boy. If he can stay injury-free, he's going to be another good inclusion.
But there's a perfect example of the way the ball come inside 50. He's had to take a miraculous mark inside 50 to put himself in this position right now, where Traralgon on the other end are using the ball. They're lowering the eyes and bringing the ball inside 50.
The thump from ruck was more hope than anything else, as was the kick.
Well, let's have a look to see. They must get this goal, the Redlegs, to stem the tide. Directly in front, shouldn't miss. He wanted to come back from right to left to right, and he does just that. And after the Maroons have kicked 5 goals straight, Bairnsdale finally get one back through Tyron Reese.
Yeah, look, the airwaves don't do that mark any justice. It was a fantastic mark. The ball hung in the air for a very long time. And you're right, this Reese has got some talent as well. And to mark the ball the way he did, and he had 2 Maroon opponents around him as well. It was a fantastic effort too. But hopefully it might stem a little bit of a spark here for the Redlegs, because they definitely need one now.
And it's a 24-point lead to Traralgon on the Club East with Bairnsdale scoreboard, 17-minute mark of the second quarter.
All right, so Hamilton will do the ruck work for Traralgon. He's going to be... Oh, no, he's beaten to the ball, and nicely done it was too by Corbett. A kick around the body, and Reese went diving for what would have been a better mark, couldn't take it. Traralgon have got the numbers. McMahon, usually a good user of the ball. On this occasion, no exception. Nicely done, Cade Marsh. Defensive 50, goes short. One of 2 options he's had. Hugh Dunbar, left half-back flank now, diagonal kick. Keeps possession, gains yardage. Tate Marsh. They want to change direction. Risky kick. Very risky kick. And Logan Austin cut it off. No play on was the call. And here we go. They've got numbers and they've got space. They just need a favourable bounce, which they get. A handball over the top by Scholz. Feeds it off to Cunico. Gives ground around the corner. Neocles inside forward 50. I tell you what, was a mark paid or not? I heard a whistle.
He dropped it. If they don't pay Logan Austin in the middle, you can't pay the Connor Scandrett one.
He's paid it.
They've paid the mark.
He's paid it.
Wow, wowee.
All right, play on to the call. He kicks to the open space. Look at this. I tell you, look at this. Hamilton was all alone and he just got fingertips to it. First player there will be Bills. He kicks to space and now there's a race. And the player to lead the race is Carstairs, who kicks into open space around the body, hoping to find a teammate. He can't.
And he can't. Scolters will pick this one off. Forward handball to Hamilton was good. Now he gives another handball to Marsh. Right foot kick, dumped as he kicked. High. D'Angelo's going to sit under this one and take the mark, and he does. He pushes back. He wants a forward to come at him. Scandrick was one. Over the back, the second option's Lopez. Although coming off his opponent, nicely done, was Vickery. It was Tatnell in the end.
Here we go.
Squares it out wide. He's got a runner out there. This time it looks to be, is it Blenheim on the far side of the ground? It might have even been the newcomer in Harvey. Kicks to half forward. They've got some numbers. Out the back, Clay chips it to his coach in. Logan Austin on the boundary line. And Austin will go across the other side of the ground. It's a neat kick. Can't complete the mark though, was Max East. He gives a handball off to Cloak. Cloak will straighten up. Right foot kick. Brings it back. Not enough. Minor score. Better build up though by the Redlegs.
Bairnsdale out to 3-6-24 on the Club Eastwood Bairnsdale scoreboard. They still trailed Traralgon by 23 points and Maroons 7-5-47.
All right.
Had to work hard for that.
Yeah, they
really,
did.
you know.
I got tired watching it.
Yeah.
So Harrigan now will take over the kicking duties from McMahon. He'll choose to come grandstand side. I tell you what, I'm not sure. I think he went looking for LaPraise. He couldn't find that player on the full, but on the hop he picked it up nicely. Chance Daltrey under pressure, got rid of it.
But don't argue first and then didn't get rid of the footy. That's a good decision.
Yeah, so the free kick will go the way of Bairnsdale, and it will go the way of Lockie Cloak. Inboard he goes to McKenna. So McKenna on that left leg. Suits the left leg. The kick's poor, going to fall short, and Hamilton takes the mark.
How many times have they turned the footy over? That's one thing they'll be, assessing, I suppose, at half-time. But what do you do about that boxer? That kick coming out, we'll get to that question in a moment, as Hamilton, that's Hamilton of Bairnsdale, try to get to Cloak. Just on that box, we've got a boundary throw in. What do you say to the guys at half-time? They've turned the footy over a lot, Bairnsdale.
You're going to have to be robust about your conversation. I don't think you have to yell and scream, but the thing is, you've got to make them accountable for what they're doing right now. And I think a calm head, show them what the stats look like and what it's doing to the scoreboard.
Oh, nicely done by Ambler. Got it across now to Daltrey. Goes backwards by hand. Dunbar, he gets around one. Gives it to Scolters. Gives it back now to Dunbar. They've gone backwards by hand. The inboard kick's dangerous. It's gone straight down the throat of Cooper Harvey. And Harvey, left foot kick to the open space. Will find Austin. No, it doesn't. Hourigan, though, falls over. Connor Little will come in to help his Maroon teammate. Hamble over the top. Do they want the boundary? Hourigan says, I'll keep it in for the moment. There's McMahon now, squeezed a handball backwards. It's still alive back there. No one can get a clean one of it. Harvey now pushes inside forward 50. Handball's back. Stewart's rolled now down from the back line. He took on the tackler.
They're swarming, the Maroons. They are swarming.
They are just like a flight of poo. They're just unreal. They just know what they're doing right now.
Yeah, maybe bees around honey or something like that.
Hate to be around a flight of poo. But anyway, Box, ball's on.
Now you know how I feel.
I couldn't find the way.
I don't know what goes on at your place, but I normally just push flush. As Corbett won this free kick for holding the ball on the big ruckman in Hamilton. He's too far out to score as Corbett. 21-minute mark of the second quarter. Kicks to the shallow pocket. Ethan East had to beat 3, and the boundary line will beat them all. Boundary throw-in.
Yeah, Scott, just to keep going on what you talked about then as well, it's decision-making too. You know, they've obviously been put under a lot of pressure. When you've got the ball, you've got the ball. So keep control of it and maybe just slow the game down a little bit as well.
21 minutes gone. The margin sits at 23 in favour of the Maroons. 3-1 this quarter.
Defensive 50 now. They've kept their back six pretty steady. The numbers around the ball have been pretty good. On this occasion, there's a free kick, though, goes the home side's ways to McKenna.
Yep.
Link McKenna. He's on the wrong side for a left footer. And he'll be on the wrong side of the boundary too. That's how sharp this angle is. So it's either a check side or an absolutely perfect punt kick for a left footer.
Pockets aren't that shallow here. So
no, he's got a chance, hasn't he?
He's a left footer, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
Which is the wrong side box.
Yeah, so he needs to thread this one through. And this is the sort of goal that can lift a side off the boot across the face for goals, and maybe on the full, or
He's paid it.
Taken.
He's paid it.
And I tell you what, it shouldn't have been allowed. Well, it shouldn't have been allowed by Traralgon. The mark was a beauty, and it's the second one that Tyron Reese has taken this quarter. He'll run around on that left leg, and he'll goal this.
Wow.
And it might take actually the smallest bloke on the field to lift up this Bairnsdale side. He runs around on the left leg, around the body, ever so nice, but it hit the left upright. Behind for Bairnsdale. They're edged closer. They need to speed things up a touch.
3-7-25 Bairnsdale on the Club Eastwood Bairnsdale scoreboard, and trailing by 22 points. Traralgon 7-5-47.
Jacko McMahon goes straight down the middle of the Bairnsdale City Oval. He looks for Hourigan. Don't know if there's a right option, but they get the stoppage, the Maroons, and that's probably the best result because they had the Redlegs had 3 or 4 around it. And we'll have a ball up. Just a little forward of centre for the Bairnsdale side. Hamilton big over the top. McKenna read it well though. Squeezed a handball out now to Harvey on the wing. Left foot kick. Again goes to the Logan Austin direction. And he can mark right on the top of the 50.
He can goal from there.
He's a thumping kick. He's going to swing around and lower the eyes on this occasion and get towards Clay, who couldn't mark. Scolters goes to ground. Ball gets dragged in. Umpire's going to wait
No.
pay it, holding the ball. You just knew, didn't you?
Yeah.
If he doesn't call my ball and ball it up within about that sort of 2 second, 3 second frame, and he waits and waits, you know, it's not good for the defender.
And there's no chance of getting that ball out.
No, the free kick will go to Tom Blenheim. 24 minutes gone in the second quarter on the Moe Racing Club quarter it is.
And it's a lucky free kick too, because Logan Austin's kick wasn't a great kick inside to a flat-footed, not moving forward. Traralgon had every chance to really run that out.
Big moment right here as well, as the new player for the Redlegs, Tom Blenheim, from Old Scotch on the left foot, comes in. Distance not a problem, accuracy is though.
Geez, they're having their chances, aren't they?
Yep, minus score. That's the 8th behind of the game for them.
3-8-26, trailing Traralgon, who are 7-5-47.
So they've kicked 2 goals for in the first quarter, and to date 1 goal for in the second quarter. That's the difference in the game. Traralgon bring the ball out. The kick was poor. It fell short, and Longbottom took the mark. He's 65 from home. Bairnsdale kicking to the right of Radio.
Reese wants it deep.
He goes towards the pocket. Risky kick and out of play, or no? The umpire says good mark to Austin. So this is the issue when you're having shots from goals from these sorts of angles, and that's been the case on the last few occasions. He tries to find a gap in the corridor. He won't, you wouldn't think. Rove nicely. Cunico, off he goes. Handballs over the top. They've got some runners now and some space. They just need a little more favourable bounce. And on the end of it, it's going to be Dunbar. Kicks to centre half forward. And I tell you what, they can hurt you on the transition. Neocleus just stops. He props. He steadies. And he kicks for goal.
Yep.
And after 5 minutes of Bairnsdale being into attack, Traralgon go, take that.
Wow.
Nice goal.
That's what you do on turnover, and you heard him on the slingshot. Cunico's one-hander coming outside the half-back line here. But it was that run then, I'm just going to get the Dunbar, his run and his kick, he kicked the space and he allowed the smalls to run onto it. And Neocleus has been unreal today, especially around 450, because he loves a goal as well. And his finish, I believe now, he is another contender for a Zambero goal of the day.
So Bairnsdale had the last 5 inside 50s for 3 behinds. Traralgon to go down the field and get a goal. Take them out to a 27-point lead on the Club Eastwood Bairnsdale scoreboard. 8-5-53 to 3-8-26 Bairnsdale. 26 minutes played, second quarter.
What I liked about that goal, he steadied under pressure. You could have been forgiven for rushing it, and he chose not to.
Yeah, Cunico wins the clearance out the middle of the ground, drives it inside forward 50 again. Lopez couldn't mark it. Running out the other way is Vickery. The kick though, he shanked it, come off the inside of the boot. Doesn't find a target. Now it's a foot race. Trying to tap it forward. There is Jesse Bills. McDonald will come in. He's close to the boundary line. Bills does well. Handballs forward. Slung around. Here's Marsh. That's Cade. Brown's there as well. Ducks the shoulder. Gets under one. Close to the boundary line. Over it goes.
Clever.
They're very good, and they've got him fumbling now too, haven't they? So the Traralgon's pressure, and we're deep now, 26 minutes being played in this quarter. They've still maintained that real high intensity.
Tough conditions. Heat warming up again. Mitchell got ran down from Daltrey. Gets the handball out to Reeves. Reeves a little quick barrel inside. It's 4 Traralgon players on 1. That one is Austin, and Austin's going to win the free kick. The advantage was paid. Clay got it over the top, and no. Yes, advantage. Harvey kicks the goal.
No, it has to come back.
Has to come back, says the umpire. Do we know why?
Why? He didn't call time on.
The free kick gets paid. It was pretty much in play. Lucky for Traralgon, because Logan Austin will have a kick from outside 50. He's too far out to score. Now the inside 50's all clogged up. Well, Logan Austin.
He will kick this. He can kick this. Distance won't be his problem.
Man on the mark's 59 metres. Austin will have to kick at 55 metres. Thumps it on its way.
Wow.
Distance, not a problem. Through the middle of the goals, Logan Austin, the coach, does the fist pump, and Poppy says, he'll kick this, no problem.
Nice finish.
You can tell, you can see the passion behind the fact that he'd kicked the goal from the coach. You know, this game means a lot to him as well, and they've done a lot of work outside of in pre-season to get to this point in time, and they're not living up to the standard that he probably wants to be at.
21-point margin in Traralgon's favour in the shadows of the half-time siren. They are 8-5-53 leading Bairnsdale 4-8-32, all on the Club Eastwood Bairnsdale score.
Gary Henderson.
We'd like a little bit of feedback on the go, don't we?
Yeah, Gary Henderson, one of the good players of Gippsland, just sent me through a message, listening from Stockton, New South Wales. Poppy and Scud sounding good, but Nick, lift.
There it is, quick kick from Redlegs, go forward. Lockie Byrne-Jones turns on a dime, has a bounce, 55 out, lowers the eyes, Austin again. Great spoil by Hurrigan. He's one of the best at that. Sculptors will come in to help. Take Clay, though. Won it off the ground. Gave it to Austin. Austin's kicks a little bit up and down. McDonald was there. Crashed his way through. He tried to get a handball out. And he's been pinged for throwing the ball.
No.
As Lockie McDonald.
We just don't want these umpires to over-officiate right now.
Free kick going Bairnsdale's way. Corbett will be on the end of this one. Not sure he's got the distance. He goes, OK, I'll give it to Mitchell, which we probably know he has got the distance. 29 and a half minutes gone into the second quarter for the Moe Racing Club, and the margin's at 21 points. Bairnsdale will just kicked the last through Austin. Can Mitchell put it through now from 45? No, he can't. He's going to miss everything.
Terrible.
And spray it, miss it by 5 metres to the right.
He went that way, and the ball went the same way.
Out of bounds on the full.
And Logan Austin made the mistake.
Yeah, he did.
He tried to take the ball on the chest, and Ty Hirrigan, Mr. Gadget,
He's unbelievable.
he put the arms around, and if he would have taken that ball out on the full,
And he would have felt that pressure behind him as well. Like, it was just a little bit of a brain fade.
Short kick to McMahon out of bounds on the full. 30 minutes are gone, and the siren sounds. We've gone 30 minutes into the second quarter, and the Maroons, well, they kicked 4 goals to 2 in the quarter. They extended the margin from 11 points out to 21. And they go in at half-time. They'll get some water in. It's hot, tough conditions in the Bairnsdale City Oval this afternoon. Great conditions, though, all the same. Not a breath of wind. Ground in great condition. We've got a great spectacle for the season opener of the Alinta Energy Gippsland League. And at half-time, it sees Traralgon 8-5-53. Bairnsdale 4-8-32. We got the half-time wrap coming up after the break. All thanks to Gippsland Mowers. We'll cut up and dissect that first half for you. You are listening to Gippsland Live, and it's thanks to Harvey Norman, Electrical Gippsland. Well, this is it, the third quarter. All they do is win, and this is where it comes to the fore. It is the Maroons leading by 21 points. As we're about to enter the third quarter, it is Gippsland Live. Well, thanks to Harvey Norman, Electrical Gippsland. We've just gone through how this half has just played out. What will the second half bring as it all shapes up to be a great game of the Bairnsdale City Oval here in the season opener. So we're about to get things underway. I've got one little eye on a bit of a race that's happening at the moment, but things aren't going as well as I expected early. But anyway, we'll continue with this one as the umpire will start to get things underway for this third quarter. And it's Ethan East up against Hamilton. Hamilton with a clear tap down. Cunico was there to start off again this third quarter. Nicely done. Handled over the top to Halliburton. His kick, though, partially smothered. Inboard they go. It's Tripodi. Handballs to the run. Willerton puts it through. Gets his first goal in the Gippsland League. And inside 30 seconds, Maroons get one and extend the margin out to 27.
Yeah, great start there by the Maroons as well. And it just started again through the midfield. And what I love, the fact is that the work rate, again, is still there. So Troy Hamilton, the coach, has got him extremely fit right now. What I do love about the fact that the way that Willerton went, he started in the middle, found the ball inside 50, and had the smarts enough to finish off and get a good start to the Maroons.
Absolute dream start. Nice work, Traralgon, out of that midfield where we thought early the bulk of Ethan East could cause some problems. The move hasn't really paid off, and Hamilton's been sensational throughout the course of the afternoon as we wait for the ball to come back into play.
McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard has Traralgon with that 27-point lead. They are 9-5-59, leading Bairnsdale 4-8-32.
So the ball now back in the centre. The margin, as you heard, is becoming an issue. I thought the game was still very much in the balance despite the margin at the half-time break, but you couldn't have asked for a better start for this visiting side. Ball back into play. East flies high. Hamilton provided the contest. Nicely done. Ground level. Players from both sides fighting hard. The umpire needs to assume control and does. Last player up, Lewis D'Angelo with the ball. Gives it back to the umpire. Gives Hamilton another opportunity to leap at the ball. He does. He flies high. Gets a tap. Can't find a teammate. McKenna at ground level. Nicely done. Here we go. A handball over the top. Taken off the ball was D'Angelo. Only momentarily. Nicely done. Willerton over the top. They've got runners. They're just buzzing everywhere. And I tell you what, Cunico on the lead. His father used to be called Buzz. The Buzzard. And young Jordan found Laprise on the lead. And I don't know that he would have kicked 5+ many times in his career, but he's got the opportunity to do so inside 3 minutes of this third quarter.
Again, great swarm by the Traralgon side again. Willerton again, calm head, went to the ball at half forward, drew the player away and hit Cunico, who was smart enough to lower the eyes and hit Laprise.
Well, you'd back him every day of the week, but look at this. A lack of concentration opens the door for Neocleus, is it?
Yep.
That on the lead, 40 metres out directly in front. It was a stretch for Laprise. He was capable, but this is sort of bread and butter, 25 metres out directly in front.
What I love about the fact he's put the team first.
Yes.
Right? So he could have got the accolades of kicking his 5th goal for the afternoon and everything else, but he put it in the lap of a player in a better position.
But I'm seeing that by Traralgon all over the field.
Yeah.
Team first mentality. And it's really encouraging signs for this young Traralgon side. Directly in front. You need to make them pay. Neocleus goes right, just misses. That's where you need to twist it. They've got the knife in.
Well, I was just about to say that could have been it.
Yeah, you got the knife in. They just had one opportunity has gone by, Paul Carter.
It's now a 28-point lead to Traralgon, 9-6-60, leading Bairnsdale 4-8-32. McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard.
Vickery comes towards East. One hand up, 2 hands is good. Takes the mark. Looks down the line. No one really there, although Austin and Little are the options. Hourigan rolls back to him now, and Ethan East now decides to kick down the line. And he goes in that direction, and Hourigan got a hand on it. You either go quickly in that situation, or you wait and find the short.
What was the umpire doing?
I don't understand.
He had to change the man on the mark.
No, we had got the stand rule, but what he did, Willerton took the mark when Hamilton was there so that we can get a taller player down back. So where was the rule?
Yeah, well, you can do what you like. As the ball comes back in, lands over at the back, trying to get a handle that's over the shoulder. Free kick, no. Blenheim said no. I'll take it in the back. So I think he's missed the first over the shoulder.
Yeah, maybe.
And then just said, okay, well, I'll find something here. It was in the back. So Blenheim wants him to go into the danger zone, but they all lead to the pocket. He'll kick to the danger zone anyway. And out the back, coming across was Little. Schultz then took on the tackle and lost the footy. That's holding the ball every day of the week.
Yep.
And that is a strong tackle. Is it Tate Clay down there? I'm just trying to see who it was. It was one of the youngsters. It might have been, no, it was Lockie Burn-Jones. He was out the back and then put a really strong tackle on. And the miss at the other end when I was about to declare the game just about done might come back to haunt them as Lockie Burn-Jones had the chance to swing it back their way.
And they've had plenty of chances, though.
Yep.
And they haven't capitalised.
8 behind so far. This one should go through the middle. Slightish angle, only 30 metres out. Burn-Jones puts it through and sneaks it home. And that's what they needed. 5 minutes into this third quarter for McDonald's Gippsland. There's magic in the air with Macca's new surprise fries.
Yeah, it was a good little finish there too. He took his time. I was a bit worried the fact that he might have been taking a bit too much time, but it was a good finish. They had to work really hard for that goal, and they needed to actually respond from the great start that Traralgon have had so far in this third quarter.
22-point lead to Traralgon, 5-minute mark of the third quarter. McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard. Traralgon 9-6-60, leading Bairnsdale 5-8-38. Bairnsdale have not kicked consecutive goals in this match. They need to do it.
I've got a quick around the grounds thanks to Harvey Norman Furniture Gippsland in the netball here in the A grade. And they're into the last quarter, and it's Traralgon 37, lead Bairnsdale 26.
All right, so Traralgon leading both netball and football as we speak with a little way to go, especially in this footy game. D'Angelo skips his way through a handball blindly, but he knew where he was going, and he finds his teammate in Tripodi inside forward 50. Nice take, nice lead. Nice give, Josh Hamilton.
No, Poppy. That wasn't blindly. He knew. He had great awareness that he had his teammate behind him as well.
Yeah, Liam Willerton now finds himself in an opportune position to put his second through in this quarter. He's been busy, looking to find himself more comfortably within this senior side. Like what he does without the ball, and now he's starting to have an impact with the ball. Liam Willerton, 45-degree angle, 25 metres out. Very steady, over the ball, kicks through it, and I tell you what, he's just missed to the right. So a couple of opportunities have gone begging over the last couple of minutes.
Takes Traralgon to 9-7-61 on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard. 23 points to the better of Bairnsdale, 5-8-38.
So long bottom for the Redlegs. Brings it in, goes to the far side of the City Oval. Right foot kick. Scholters will back into this one. East will come the other direction and crunch him. No one could take the mark though. Working hard is Mitchell at ground level. Can't quite get a handle on it. The ball goes over for a boundary throw in. Big moments thanks to the Moore Bowling Club. The new legendary 6th tap boxer. Ever changing. It's a liquid journey into the unknown. What will it be this week? The local lager, the fruity mixed spirit? Head to the Moore Bowling Club to find out and try their 6th tap. 7 minutes into the third quarter. Margin sits at 23. Ball back into the field of play. Marsh kicks it around the body. Inside 50. Josh Hamilton flies. Ground level there was Hamilton for the Redlegs. Gave a handball backwards to long bottom. Just dumped it down the wing. And the mark will be taken by the Maroons.
Good mark too it was. Stood his ground.
Tate Marsh.
So Tate Marsh out of side wing. Plays on. Looks for some room in the corridor. He's got a couple of options. Can't find the teammate, but coming in was Neocle. He's taken off the ball. Now Brisbane have got a wave. In fact, Bairnsdale have got a wave of players. Freudian slip. I wouldn't mind being there as Logan Austin now takes the ball, swings, kicks off the boot. Looks beautiful. Can he find Carstairs, is it?
Got numbers, yep. Inboard.
Inboard. He's got a couple of numbers running towards him. Oh, the kick's not as good as it could have been. And now they're in a spot of bother. He gets it back. A kick around the body. Just to the top of the square. Traralgon should bring this ball down. They do. Can they keep it in play?
Burn-Jones rushed it. Couldn't quite keep it in the field of play, Pop.
Too high, Scud. He got tackled and dumped. The umpire's called too high and a 50.
Wow, so this is going to go straight through. Paul Carter said they haven't kicked 2 goals in a row. The Redlegs, well, they will now, and it will be from the same player.
And look, I think the lip might have come from the captain of the Maroons as well.
Lockie Burn-Jones goes bang. Ooh. He's got the 2 in a row, and he's got just what the Redlegs needed after the opening goal to Liam Willerton for the Maroons. 8 minutes have passed in the third quarter, and we get the margin now back to 17 points.
That's on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard. Bairnsdale now go to 6-8-44, trailing Traralgon 9-7-61.
And what could have been more disappointing for Bairnsdale is they had to work hard again for the goal. We had players that were in position already, but Carstens, is that his name? Did I say it right? Carstens picked the wrong option, and the kick wasn't great either. But they were lucky enough to work hard enough inside 50 to get rewarded with the goal in the end.
So the ball back in the centre of Bairnsdale to the oval. Hamilton, geez, he went up awkwardly, got hand to ball, but hit the deck very hard, and he's still down on his haunches as Bairnsdale grabbed the ball and come grandstand side. The leg was nice.
That ground's
As
really
the door
hard
has the ball, short option. Ooh. So they're spending time. Blenheim has the ball. Hamilton still on all fours. I think winded, most likely. As Blenheim goes inside forward 50. East is the target. Oh, got ball knocked out of hands. And now at ground level, they've got the numbers. A little kick for...
Oh, no, yes!
It is going to be, without question, the Zambrero goal of the year.
Boxer, go give it to him now.
Yeah, give me the voucher. Let's go.
That's it.
That
Kyron
was
Reese.
Absolutely brilliant. And, you know, the only way we could describe it to the listeners is it was a little bit like Peter Dacos in the 1990 prelim final, inside out from the wrong side.
He turned left to go back to the right.
It was an incredible goal, and we see Hamilton coming off now too. Might have had the wind taken out of him as well. That centre of the ground is so hard, but take nothing away from that goal. That was absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. The voucher's done.
I'm giving it to him.
It's done.
That's 3 inside 50 for Bairnsdale this quarter for 3 goals, and that certainly is something they've been missing this match. It's now an 11-point margin in Traralgon's favour. McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard. The Maroons 9-7-61. Bairnsdale now 7-8-50.
Vanna Warden just takes it out of the ruck, dumps it inside forward 50. Josh Hamilton gives it off to the run. Willerton has a look at the goals. Willerton puts it through. Yes, sir-ree. And a swift reply from the Maroons. We've got a game of footy on our hands.
We absolutely have too, and I think what Willerton's done now, and we spoke about it earlier, he's found his feet in the Gippsland League right now. And you can see he's just showing some composure. He's really deadly around goals, and he's got a high work rate. So everything that you want in your small forwards, he's delivering right now in this third quarter.
Margin now 17 points in Traralgon's favour. We're 11 minutes into the third quarter, and on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard, Traralgon 10-7-67, leading Bairnsdale 7-8-50.
So Vanna Warden got that ball up in the centre of the ground. He surprised himself with the ball and quickly kicked inside forward 50 with hope, but it was lucky as Heath this time thumps it forward towards half forward flank. The free kick's going to go which way?
Yeah,
it's quarter block.
Quarter block, has he? Okay, so Ethan East, who gained 40 metres with the thump, will now get an opportunity to be a bit more deliberate as he goes forward. He plays on, goes towards the right half forward flank. 50-50 contest again. Nicely done, ground level. It's Traralgon with the numbers. Connor Little, first player there. Nicely picked up by Cooper Brown, who goes inboard. And now they've got some runners and they've got some room to move. Chance Daltrey takes the ball. Usually a good user. He should go right half forward. He's got a lead on or out the back. Just didn't find his target, and picking up the ball was Tatnell. He goes forward. Lachlan Byrne-Jones, who's been busy in this quarter, he's kicked 2 now, sends his home side inside forward 50. But Harrigan, as he does ever so regularly, picks it off and plays on and finds Harvey Neoclear.
On the wing, he's got Brown on, but just missed him. Now Ethan East has to put in the chase. Brown taps it forward. Good chase by East in the end. And he's won a free kick though, Cooper Brown.
Bit lucky, I thought. But
Brown got one over the shoulder, outside 50. He's a left footer. And someone's down. Scandrick's down inside forward 50. He pops up. And Brown kicks it to the hot spot. The Flyers. No one can mark. Ground level there was Scandrick. Played for the free kick. The umpire said play on. Ambler puts Byrne-Jones into the ground. Then gets the football. Flicks out to Dunbar, who puts ball to boot. And puts it just inside the field of play. We've got a boundary throw in though. 13 minutes gone. It's a 17-point margin to the Maroons. It's 3-2 in favour of Bairnsdale in this third quarter for McDonald's.
What's been really impressive with Traralgon's forwards, they've made a contest every time. The ball comes inside, they're prepared to make a contest. Their small forwards are the ones that are really hurting Bairnsdale at the moment.
So ball thrown back in, just metres from Traralgon's goals. Lepre's around the body, top of the square, quick kick from the pack. Did it come from Traralgon? I'm guessing it did. It falls in the arms anyway of Randall Stewart for Bairnsdale. Right back pocket.
Needs to switch this.
Yeah, the home sider kicking to the left of Radio.
Nope.
And he's going to have to go short because the numbers Traralgon have behind the ball make it impossible for a long target. Link McKenna's the option short, and he chooses that player.
Sorry, Pop, the switch is still on. They've had 2 extra numbers if the switch occurred, but they didn't.
So McKenna along the line, out of side. Red legs with numbers, but the pressure from Traralgon's pretty bloody good. Spills out nicely. A lucky cloak got taken high.
Now they get the
switch. He goes inside.
It's still on. Here they
that
go.
Switch that was on has now been taken as Tate Clay goes inside forward 50.
Oh,
good spoil by Traralgon. And now it's a 50-50 at ground level. Austin ducked the head and was taken ball and all. And a good call from the umpire, 45 metres from Bairnsdale's goal.
The supporters have got every right to be upset with that decision. You come front on, it's a free kick all day, every day. Yep. And unfortunately, we won the raffle, did we?
No, we just won. The ladies here at the Bairnsdale Redlegs have looked after us with a little bit of afternoon tea. D'Angelo out of that stoppage, handballed it. Back to Ambler. His kick goes high. Numbers favour the Redlegs. Good work by Lopez to cause the contest, though. And the stoppage in the end. And 14 and a half minutes gone. Paul Carter, you're good? Yes, he is. He can't talk at the moment. He's just hoed down to Lamington. You can always count on your mates to look after you, Paul, as Chance Daltrey tried to crash through. We'll have a secondary stoppage.
What I've liked about Traralgon, quite apart from the things we've spoken about, versatility and pace, is the ability to respond as a side when they're under pressure. And Bairnsdale, make no question, they've been putting them under pressure. At this stage, Traralgon have managed to stand tall. Willerton gives ground to Daltrey. Daltrey does the same. Looks for a teammate in the Oakleys. Now they're under pressure again. But again, they respond. What nicely done here again. Taps the ball in forward. McKenna, bottom of the pack.
Drag that
umpire takes control.
And I'll tell you what, the upside for Traralgon here, they've got Max Jacobson still to come back in, Dan McKenna, maybe Matt North, maybe. Who was the other one we were talking about before as well? We can't talk about that.
No,
all right.
Not sure who you're talking about.
I reckon Tristan Wack is the player we might be speaking about without speaking about. More about that in the days ahead as the ball is grandstand side. It's going to go Traralgon's way. And look at the space they've got. If they move it quickly, Laprise looks for the lead. He's got the lead. The kick looks good too. Can he find the target? He did, and just dropped what he should have taken probably was Connor Scandrett. And now Bairnsdale under pressure, but responding through Corbett. Inboard to McKenna. He's been good. Well, he had some runners there and held onto the ball, and maybe he should have played on quickly. Two Bairnsdale players run into each other, but they both had eyes for the ball, one of which was Will Mitchell.
Yeah, Harvey now gets it. He should have got it a couple of minutes ago. He gives the hand back to McKenna. Goes inside. We've got a hamstring. Logan Austin's done a hammy, by the way, boys. Keep an eye on that. Inside 50. Burn Jones squeezed the handball to East. Out to the boundary line. And Tyron Reese again. You can have two bloody burritos.
Wow.
Tyron Reese has kicked two of the best goals you'll see from nearly the same pocket as they close the margin back to 11. The big story, though, Boxer, is Logan Austin's done a hammy.
Yeah, I did see the back end of that goal, and it was a brilliant goal too, but there's some dejected people walking here, especially the coach of the Bairnsdale side. I don't know if he's done a hammy or not. Has he or not? Do you think he has? He grabbed it?
Yep, guarantee.
Yep, looks like he's told the trainers exactly what's happened as well. That's a massive loss for the Redlegs if that's the case. It's a really big dent to their forward line. So hopefully it's not too bad for him at the minute, but at this stage it looks like they're going to be without him for the rest of the afternoon.
McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard. Bairnsdale reduced the margin back to 11 points at 17-minute mark of the third quarter. They are 8-8, trailing Traralgon 10-7.
All right, ball back in the centre of Bairnsdale's home ground. Again, Hamilton comes down awkwardly, and again he lands on that hip. And again he's in a spot of bother as the Redlegs go forward. They need to get another one, really, to apply the screws or tighten the screws on this Traralgon side. Nicely done, McMahon. Over the ball, holds it in, and the umpire will take control. Left half forward flank, Bairnsdale to the left of Radio and trailing, as you know, by 11 points.
If I put my coach's hat on just for a moment, Ethan East forward while Logan Austin is off, and you can just, you're pinning it with Vickery or somebody else into the ruck. They just need a big tall forward, because they're winning the ball forward, they just need a big target to kick to now.
And they appear to have a few tall options, as you've pointed out, Boxer.
I still can't believe Tyron Reese.
He's unreal.
He's kicked 2 goals in this quarter to fire his team up.
Too high.
He's clearly won the Zambrero goal of the day. I just wrote on it, take your pick. 2 of the best goals you'll see.
So they play on nicely. It was Corbett who fed it off, and now in trouble, Bairnsdale. Play on was the call. The umpire gave him a little bit of time, and now McKenna, handball over the top, but they're going to be under pressure. Or was he taken high? The umpire says no. Bairnsdale still 40 metres from their goals on a 45-degree angle. We've played 18 and 3/4 minutes of this third quarter, and Bairnsdale edging closer as each minute passes, but they just can't get close enough to take the lead at this stage. McKenna with the ball. The umpire wants to pay it,
just loves it,
and he does it.
He just loves it.
So a free kick will go Traralgon's way.
It's got to be the most theatrical free kick in footy at the moment, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Holding the ball.
McMahon, the recipient of a play on, and now they go towards Laprise, who had the sit, tried to take a man and disguise it as a spoil as Connor Ambler came in took ball and player, opposition player, over the boundary line.
We've got a final score in the A-grade netball thanks to Harvey Norman Furniture Gippsland, and it was Traralgon 43 defeated Bairnsdale 34.
All right, we'll get our Gippsland Live Player of the Day, the Gippsland Isuzu Ute Player of the Day as well in a moment. As this tap down there, so Max East will take the ruck duties as well now, as Big Ethan sends in the goal square at the moment. Numbers around this contest, Neoclis is there with D'Angelo, Ambler as well, Corbett and Rees for the Red Legs. Hamilton got a hand on it, out towards the boundary line. McKenna was there, Ambler did well though. Won it and then the kick was smothered. The Bairnsdale side on the rebound. Hamble over the top to Dorr, gets around a tackler and then a little wobbly kick, might be turned over, it is. And they'll play on quickly. Scolters took the grab, gets to Tripodi, no it doesn't, the bouncer eludes him. Tate Clay, handballs back now to Tatnell. Right foot kick, out the front there of Jesse Bills, but quickly there is Marsh. We know he's got wheels, goes to ground does Marsh, stands up, runs away, and now gets a handball forward to Huey Dunbar. He's got a little bit of time. He'll handball over the top to Scolters, who ran on. He gets another handball out to Dunbar. Have they coughed it up? No, they got some numbers quickly wrapped up. Tripodi, who was holding the ball. And the free kick will go to the Red Legs. And it's Kieran Vickery on the far side of the ground.
Yeah, so as good as Traralgon have been, Bairnsdale have lifted their work rate as well. And especially when the opposition have the ball, there hasn't been the room that Traralgon have sort of been blessed with for the first 60 minutes of this game. Deep into the third quarter, Bairnsdale are starting to look as though they want this game. To forward 50 they are at the moment. Fighting hard for the ball was Lockie Cloak. 30 metres now from goals. Still the pressure's on. Free kick's going to go Traralgon's way. Dropping the ball. Defensive 50. Traralgon will ease the pressure.
And a 50 metre.
And a 50 metre. That's dangerous. 11 points the margin, favouring the visitors. As the White Guernsey start to run forward very, very quickly, Joel Scoltz with the ball finds one of those that was running quickly, and that's Cunico. Should have been tackled, but he was too strong. Burst the tackle, kicked to within 30 metres, but a good strong mark was taken by Randall Stewart.
Now they use the width of the ground. The switch is on. Harvey's got it now over to Rees by foot. He's got a paddock in front of him. He's going to check it and come back inboard to McKenna, and he'll run on. So does Hamilton. That's the Bairnsdale Hamilton. And the first gamer lopes along the wing. Kick was partially smothered. Hourigan was there. He'll be called to play on. He gave a handle to McMahon. Back to Hourigan. Took on one tackler. Got through it with ease. And then the kick straight down Stewart's throat. Although two Bairnsdale players collide. Chance Daltrey says give it to Ambler, who gives it to Willerton. They've got a number on inside forward 50. If they can get it in there. Cunico says, I'll get it to you, Dylan. And he takes the mark.
And 50, surely.
And 50, yes, surely.
Indeed. So here goes goal number 5.
Yep. He's kicked 5 goals straight this afternoon, Dylan Lopez. The 50-metre penalty will take the man on the mark to the goal line. Transition footy. 2 Bairnsdale players collide on centre wing. And away go the Maroons. And Dylan Lopez marked it down already from the top of the square. Goes bang, kick 5. And the margin's back out to 17 points.
It's a great afternoon when you can kick 5, but when the ball comes in the way it does like that too, and his leading's been fantastic as well. Ball use again, we've been talking about it, but Traralgon have just used the ball a lot better. Because you're talking about freaky goals coming from Bairnsdale, they have to be freaky goals. They're more structured going through the Maroons as well. So a nice little bag full there for Dylan.
17-point margin in Traralgon's favour. We played 23 minutes into the third quarter. The McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard has Traralgon at 11-7-73, leading Bairnsdale 8-8-56.
Stacey O'Brien was the winner in the netball A-grade today for our Isuzu Player of the Day. So well done to Stacey.
Beautiful, thank you very much. Just a little bit of more feedback as well. This time from Anthony Pavey. Well done, Poppy, Scud and Paul. Good work. And Boxer, you need a lift. So thanks very much to Anthony Pavey, who's working this afternoon. Give us a little bit of feedback on the go. It is round 1, of course.
I'll give him some feedback.
It appears to be a common theme, doesn't it?
As
Traralgon go forward again. So they've responded at this stage, and now if they can really make Bairnsdale hurt, they're going to get their chance in the Oakleys. Quick kick out of the pack! Just goes right, and a minus score for the visiting side, but the margin extends to 3 goals even, Paul Carter.
Exactly right, Poppy. 11-8-74 Traralgon to Bairnsdale 8-8-56 on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard.
So back into field of play, gets it towards Blenheim. He kicks out wide. It looks to be Clay on the outer side. They've got some good youngsters, the Bairnsdale side, likewise with Traralgon. The switching kick, found Lando. He's got Stewart on if he's got enough penetration in the kick, and it does. Lands on Stewart's chest. He's got a runner on the outside. It's Blenheim. The draw handball was good. And Blenheim's left foot kick down the line, looking for Carstairs. Little got underneath the footy. Reese will pick it up. We'll give a handball back to Dorr. He's going to go backwards to Matthew Hamilton. And he's just going to put it in towards the tall targets. It looks like they've swung the move in. Longbottom's gone forward. Handball out, Jesse Bills. Gives it to Lockie Burn-Jones. And Burn-Jones will run into an open goal and put it. No,
he's missed it.
He's
What
got
happened?
tackled on the goal line. And now Harvey's under pressure and he's got ping for holding the ball.
Oh, can you believe that?
How did the Maroons stop that? That is desperation at its best. As Lockie Burn-Jones was running into an open goal, the tackle caused an errant kick, went straight up and down, and eventually they get holding the ball.
Well, that was unbelievable. And there's the reward for not giving up, ever, as Cunico draws the player, goes over the top. The 1-2 came from his teammate in Connor Little. Gives it back. They're under pressure. They've normally responded, but on this occasion, the pressure too much. Good work. Home side, Bairnsdale, free kick. And now we'll make amends for an opportunity that went missing just a few moments ago.
You know what makes it more incredible, that tackle? It was Tom Hamilton. So, you know, you're talking about a big player. To lay a tackle like that desperation, just going to give your teammates a massive lift.
So Cooper Harvey for this home side can draw it back to 2 goals in time on of this third quarter.
Big moment for the Moore Bowling Club right now.
Yeah, exactly right. If they can go in within striking distance, they go in with hope and enthusiasm that Logan Austin can draw on. But it's up to Cooper Harvey right now. Left leg. He's on the right side for a left footer. He's kicked for goal. Was an absolute cracker. The game's hot again.
I tell you what, they just keep responding at the moment, Bairnsdale, and hopefully those young, tired legs don't run out on Traralgon at the minute right now. But they're really forcing the area inside 50. Some really good signs here from Bairnsdale too once they get the ball inside 50. All led there too by Lachlan Burn-Jones. So they need another one now to really put the game on its head.
Kicked 5 goals straight this quarter after 4-8 up till half-time. Certainly it has been a big change. It's just 12 points to difference on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard. 11-8-74 Traralgon, 9-8-62 Bairnsdale.
They need the next one, I sense.
Yep.
They've been thereabouts. They haven't been able to get it back into single figures. And I think if they get one more, Bairnsdale, that will give them a lot of enthusiasm running into the last. But can the Maroons respond? They have most of the afternoon. Cloak with fights hard at ground level. Try to get it out. McKenna tried to squeeze it. Well done by Tripodi. Twisting and turning. East will come in to help win it. Give it back to Mitchell. He puts his teammate under a little bit of pressure. Has to go and get it again, does Mitchell. East. Although the free kick, now the advantage will be paid as Lockie Cloak has it. He looks up. He goes short. And he can find Reese Carstairs. He'll wheel around and go. It's an open forward line. The longer option is Longbottom. It sits on his head. Hurrigan's bred for this. Takes the mark and will quickly handle out to Joel Scolders, who's got the outer side. He takes a bounce. He takes another. He handballs outside his defensive 50. Puts Marsh under some pressure, who just left it behind for a moment. Comes back though. Kicks it to Willerton. He dives and can't complete the mark. Now they're under pressure. McDonald dragged it in. Umpire said no prior opportunity. We'll have a ball up directly in front 49 metres out from Bairnsdale's goal. 27 minutes gone. 12 points is the margin.
And as players start to get tired, there starts to be some gaps opening up for both sides to take the opportunity. Link McKenna tackled. Nicely done. Ball held in. High. In the end will go the way of the Maroons, and the umpire comes in quickly because Hamilton didn't like the attention he was given. And now that has to be 50, surely.
I sense that.
And again.
Well, Reese is getting stuck into Scolders now. It's on. And now they call play on.
Yes.
You can call the footy pop. I'll watch the dust up.
All right, so Chance Daltrey has the ball, and the Bairnsdale player that started the fight is all of a sudden on the bottom of the pack and wondering whether he should have. They play on. Nicely done. Good. Played on and paid the price. Nice work, Bairnsdale. Good tackle. Opens the door.
Fight's finished.
For Lando. Fight needed to be finished too because Bairnsdale can win this game and they need to get hold of the ball. At this stage, they've got hold of the ball. And a good, courageous mark taken despite the pressure that's been applied by Chance Daltrey. Bairnsdale have the opportunity to get within one straight kick. And if ever you want a player to have the ball, this is the player that you want to have it. He's kicked 3 goals today. 2 of them would be in the goal of the year. And this time he goes short. And that was all too easy. Bairnsdale, through Jamie Dorr, can make this a 1-goal game right on 3/4 time.
Wow.
We may even hear the siren before this ball's kicked. That's how close we are. 29 plus minutes gone. 2 goals the difference. Traralgon 11-8, Bairnsdale 9-8. Door with the ball, 25 metres out, 45-degree angle. Takes his time. A crowd waits. The kick is poor, goes across the face of goals and possibly out in the full.
Nope.
No, touched over the line. So there's still hope for Bairnsdale to snatch a last-minute goal. Probably a last-second goal. We're tight for time. Both sides know it.
Ruckman will be Longbottom and Hamilton. Hamilton kept his feet, took it out of the ruck, handballed over to D'Angelo, ducked the shoulder, and the umpire said it was over the shoulder, in fact. And Louis D'Angelo has the free kick. He wants to go to the far side of the ground towards the boundary line. He knows it's 29.5 minutes, and he kicks it out of the far side. Lopez presented. The siren sounds, and three-quarter time is upon us. An exciting third quarter for McDonald's Gippsland. Peel any medium or large fries for a chance to find out the prize before April 9. It's Macca's new surprise fries, and we have a game on our hand. The margin is only 12 points. It's 2 straight kicks at three-quarter time. Traralgon lead it 11-8-74. Leading Bairnsdale 9-8-62. It's Gippsland live on Easter Saturday, right across Gippsland and the Valley on TRFM. And it's all thanks to Harvey Norman, Electrical Gippsland. Yes, it is a final countdown, and we have a good one on our hands as well. It is a 11-point margin. No, what are we up to? 12-point margin, sorry. 9,862 to 11,874. Paul Carter, key stats. All thanks to Gippsland Isuzu Ute.
10 inside 50s apiece of that quarter for the teams. Bairnsdale leading at 37-32. Traralgon won the clearances 9-6. There was 4 each in the centre clearances of that quarter. Free kicks, Bairnsdale have got the better at the moment, 25-19. Marks pretty similar. Contested marks at 10 apiece. Marks inside 50, 12-14 Traralgon's way. 3 goals straight, and as we said, Bairnsdale kicked 5 goals straight that quarter after kicking 4 goals 8 in the first half, and that was probably the main difference in the quarter, making better use of their opportunities.
A couple of those key players that we're following this afternoon, head-to-head.
Lockie Byrne-Jones, 14 touches up against Connor Ambler, also on 14. Louis D'Angelo's on 16. Will Mitchell, 17. He had 6 that quarter.
Boxer, what did you make of that, and a quick around the grounds check as well for us?
Just firstly, though, I thought it was a small forwards quarter, that one as well. You know, you got Rees, Willington, and then you got young Lachlan Byrne-Jones. They really entertained us that quarter. They were brilliant inside their forward 50s respectively as well. And then you got Dil Lopez, who bobs up and kicks his 5th for the quarter as well. So I just find that there's going to be a bit of a pendulum swing now towards Bairnsdale as well. And I just feel that they had a little bit of
that? Why is that?
Well. I just felt that there's a little bit of
that momentum change you spoke about. Yeah. Look, I've definitely seen the game open up. If you're prepared to run hard now, you'll get easy possessions by working hard. There's plenty of space out there. First game of the year, legs are tired. And, Scud, this is when, if you can find something somewhere, you will get possessions.
Absolutely. And the first quarter and this first couple of moments, in this last quarter is all important. And Traralgon go forward through Ambler. Centre half forward it goes. And good 1-2 bite. Nicely done by the new player in Lando, as he has the footy in his hands at half back. He wants someone to go to the wing. Carstairs will present with Dorr. It's 2-on-1. Dorr's in the front spot. Marsh will spoil, but couldn't affect it. And Jamie Dorr takes the mark. Comes inboard. Willerton goes hard. Keeps his feet. Tatnall was there as well with a swinging arm. Play onto the umpire. Vickery across now to Blenheim. Back to Blenheim. He gets it from Mitchell, and Blenheim's left foot chiseling kick, gonna hit the deck. Reese was there, got boot to board. No, he didn't. Holding the footy, said the umpire. Cunico will get the advantage. Quickly move it towards Neocleus and Stewart. Neocleus flew from the back, couldn't complete the mark. Shoves Stewart out the way. Now Stewart puts a tackle on him with a teammate coming in, and we're going to ball up top of the 50.
Great work there by Neocleus as well too. He kept his feet, didn't go to ground. His opponent did, and managed to keep the ball inside his 50.
First goal scorer, I think, wins the game. And they're all going to get first opportunity as they go inside forward 50 and take the mark. I mean, 3 goals is a long way to come back from if Lucas Tripodi can goal from here. Whereas if Bairnsdale score, there's only 1 kick the difference, and we've got a real hot game. So, as they've done in the third quarter, Traralgon are hoping to get an early goal.
He'd want to have a good leg. I mean, he was really held up. He's really given himself, he's backed himself in here.
Yep. So Tripodi will kick from 49 metres off the boot. Not sure it's going to make the difference. LaPraise flies high through for a point. But every point's important now as we go from 2 goals to 2 goals, 1, Paul Carter.
That's right, Poppy. 11 goals, 9.75 Traralgon on the Harvey Norman computer scoreboard. 13-point lead over Bairnsdale, 9.862.
Bairnsdale holding on to this one, and we're going to get a quick around the grounds check for you. Although the turnover happens, and Mitchell turned it over. D'Angelo puts it back into open space at the toes of Josh Hamilton. Handball's back now to Neocleus. He gives it to Tripodi, to Cunico. The handball out wide to Huey Dunbar from 49 metres.
What a leg.
Chance Daltrey dropped the mark that he should have taken in the end. And now, numbers around this will call the stoppage. Boxer around the grounds, thanks to Harvey Norman Furniture, Gippsland.
In the AFL, they're on the way there. It's the Bombers. They take on the Saints, and the Saints have got off to a quick start, 1-1-7 to no score.
A-grade netball quickly, 43-34 Traralgon's way.
So ball in defensive 50 for Bairnsdale. The pressure's still applied. Traralgon top of the square. Bairnsdale have got the numbers, but they're under pressure. Can they hold the ball? They can. Can they get it out? They do. It hasn't been easy, but Lockie Cloak made something out of nothing, and he has found the boundary line. The field umpire says ball it in. Left half forward flank, grandstand side. Traralgon kicking to the left of your radio and leading by 13 points. 3 minutes gone, final quarter. First game of the year. Important for both sides. One's young and upcoming, the other has been built to perform something special in 2024, and I speak of Bairnsdale, but they're going to need something special now as Lewis D'Angelo kicks onside forward 50.
Oh.
Chance Daltrey got hands to it. The umpire says he was interfered with, and Chance Daltrey, who can kick a goal, he's got an option short. I reckon that could be the little fella, number 20, Willerton, who's kicked 2, both in the third quarter, and he's got the chance to make it very hard for Bairnsdale to come back if he can goal from 30 metres out on the slightest of angles.
It was a good old-fashioned tunnel, wasn't it? I wouldn't have thought it was a block. It was just the way the player had come in. And there's Willerton again. I reckon he could have got a handball over the top to Dill Lopez then too. It was on his own. But he's really backed himself out here. He's 30 metres out directly in front.
So, Willerton, he's been busy with the ball. He's been busy without the ball. And he's been busy in front of goal. But on this occasion, he's sprayed it to the right.
We saw this in the third quarter, didn't we? When they had their chances.
Traralgon 11-10-76, leading by 14 points on the Harvey Norman computer scoreboard over Bairnsdale 9-8-62.
Kieran Vickery straight down Tyron Reese's throat, who's been good, and now cramping. As half-back flank gives a handball back to Kieran Vickery, who ran on. He's on the wing, chips it over the top. He's going to miss the target. Scolters is there. He's got support with Ambler. Now Hourigan comes to help. A sweeping handball over the top to Ambler. A chain of handballs. They get on the end of this is Marsh. Kicks it down the line. East can't complete the mark. Here is again Willerton. Left foot kick on this occasion. High kick. There's cramping players everywhere on the ground and off the ground. And there's a free kick. No, the advantage.
Free kick's going to go the way of Bairnsdale. No, they've played the advantage after everyone had stopped for at least 5 seconds. And McKenna finds himself on the right half-back flank.
Well, Tatnell's on the sideline with a cramp. We've got Tyrone Reese is still down with a cramp. Kieran Vickery had one as well. And that's just 3 Bairnsdale players. Meanwhile, Ethan East takes the mark on the wing.
Well, we said this is going to play a part deep into the quarter, didn't we? And it is certainly now. The young Traralgon players at this stage are standing tall. They go along the line. They can't keep it in play.
Out of bounds on the full.
And the free kick will go Traralgon's way. Who's going to take the ball? Is it going to be young Hamilton, or it is? So Lachlan Byrne-Jones reluctantly gives the ball back to Hamilton.
Reese is still down at half-back flank too, by the way.
Yeah, he's in all sorts of bother. Just a cramp.
Yep.
But we all know what cramps are like, and usually you can get out of them with a stretch.
Boxer gets one in the middle of the night these days.
He does too.
You're not lying.
Yeah, and Marty can hear him from the other room. Obviously, they sleep in separate rooms.
We do.
Yes. Taken high.
Connor Little free kick.
Connor Little. They were in a bit of bother there, Traralgon. Probably just overused the ball a tad. And now Connor Little is still on the ground. He will get the free kick.
It's taken a little bit of time to get up.
Yeah, it gives him the chance to, or his side the chance to compose.
As Tyron Reese eventually now just gets to the boundary line and is still cramping as he's running.
There it goes again.
He cannot take one step without a cramp as that kick now goes down to half-back flank. Lots of numbers around this. The umpire will have no other option but to ball it up. 6.5 minutes into the final quarter. It's 14 points the margin. It's just on a knife's edge at the moment. Bairnsdale are trailing. Traralgon lead it. East thumps it forward. Gets through the hands there of Tate Marsh. He handballs backwards to his brother Cade. Now to Huey Dunbar. Right foot kick to the wing. Looks for Tripodi and one hand.
Mark.
Classic. Now Tom Hamilton's down with a cramp. It's Traralgon's turn. Tom's not moving. He's stretching as well. Gets called to play on. Does Tripodi. To half forward they go. Big pack will form. It gets to the back. Neoclis will run under it. Getting tackled. Got boot a boot. Puts it through.
Nice.
Just what they needed. There's about 5 players stretching at the same time as well now. And that's how you break it open. Harvey Neoclius gets another. He's got 2 this afternoon. It could be enough.
They'll have to shorten the quarter because we're going to run out of players very soon. But again, another flick on turnover. But the first 6 or 7 minutes, it's all about turnovers from both sides. Traralgon's luck's a fortune, and as while we watch, it's like someone's been shot. People have been shot left, right, and centre here because there's players down everywhere. But a great goal there by Traralgon on the rebound, and just what they needed to. Neoculus has been fantastic all afternoon.
Yeah.
Tom Hamilton's still down.
He's still down.
He's not taking ruck duties.
Yeah, sniper cramp he's shot down a few players at the moment.
Tyron Reese and Hamilton just should sit in the far pocket.
Yeah, together.
Stretch each other.
Ball back in the centre of Bairnsdale City Oval. Jacob van der Warden contesting the ruck while his first choice ruckman. He's still trying to get rid of a cramp, and they go forward now. Nicely done. Ambler on the leak, and he find a winner. he can't. Chance Daltrey is one of two players for Traralgon trying to chase it down. Bairnsdale standing tall. Good pressure from behind from Traralgon. Keeps the ball in the area and over the boundary line. Left half forward flank. As Traralgon start to use that interchange bench. Josh Hamilton to come back on. Cooper Brown to come off. Traralgon in front by 20 points. It's a big ask now, but we've seen it before. Now big Tom Hamilton comes off as well. And young Willerton comes on. A tall for a small.
Holding the footy.
Holding the footy. He's going to go Bairnsdale's way. And it'll be Will Mitchell. They need to take a risk. They need to take a risk to get themselves back in the game.
They do, as Mitchell drives it towards half forward. Longbottom's got a couple. Hurrigan unopposed.
You can see that coming, couldn't you?
Scud, this is how bad it is. Bairnsdale can't even do a rotation at the moment. Link McKenna wants to come off and can't.
Yep, they're all cramping. Kick down the line from Hurrigan. Hamilton couldn't quite take the mark. That's Josh.
Quick question, does pickle juice come in a slab?
Oh, it does. I know the answer to that because my young bloke struggles with cramp. And he's got none left after about 3/4. Pickle juice. Mm-hmm. He just drink it.
Just drink it, mate.
Boundary throw in, 9 minutes gone into the final quarter. Traralgon's got it out to 20 points. Van Orden taps it forward. Daltrey will try and get to this one. Mitchell was there as well. Daltrey followed it up, spun around the tackle, squeezed a handball somehow.
Nice.
Just didn't quite get it to Ambler. We've got another boundary throw in.
So Tyron Reese is having a stretch on the boundary line. He's ready to go.
Feels okay until you run.
Yeah, until you run. Yeah, I'm 100%, but I can't run. The ball to be thrown back in, left half forward flank. 20 points the margin, 10 minutes gone, final quarter. East gets the tap, can't find a teammate. Coming in nicely was Ambler. He's taken ball and all right on the numerals 5-0. 50 metres from Traralgon's goals.
Just on this, Hurrigan's on his own, a kick away from this. Do you just match him up? I think you're not going to win the game with this.
I actually don't think they've got the players to match him up. Traralgon's got the fittest bench going right now. So Tatnell, he's been standing here for a little while as well. He hasn't even moved and looked like doing a rotation.
Well, the dump kick like this just comes out and Hurrigan takes the chest mark. You've got to go one-on-one.
Well, Longbottom's got to come up.
Well, it's not working because that's his role at the moment. I think you drag one back out of the contest and roll the dice, play one-on-one. As the kick from Willerton goes to the top of the Philly. Van Orden takes a strong mark in front of Matthew Hamilton of Bairnsdale. The right foot click to the top of the square. It goes. Lopez takes the mark in front. He's got 5. He's been the difference.
I'm putting this down already.
Well, he has not missed all afternoon. We've tried to put the commentator's curse on once. That didn't happen. Poppy's done it again. And we'll see what happens now. Directly in front from about 40 metres he'll kick from in the end.
5 straight. He's just on fire. He could put his left boot on his right foot and he'll still kick this.
The big moment for the Moore Bowling Club. The legendary 6th tap is now there. And this could seal it. He hasn't missed all afternoon. And he still hasn't. At the 11-minute mark of the final quarter, he's got 6, has Dylan Lopez.
He needs to shout his small forwards and probably his midfielders as well. A slab of
pickle juice.
The fine one, the pickle juice on the way home because... and mind you, let's take nothing away from Dill. He's led well, he's contested well, and he's marked
and he's finished well.
And he has. Just dead-eye dick today, 6 straight. Great finish off there, and I think that could be just about it for Bairnsdale.
That was my question box, and you've just answered it. 26-point lead to Traralgon on the Harvey Norman Computers scoreboard. We've played coming up to 12 minutes, 13-10-88 Traralgon. Bairnsdale still in the three-quarter time score of 9-8-62.
So the ball thrown back up. He's done it again. Van Orden goes inside forward 50, out the back of the pack. Nicely done by Willen and got rid of his opponent. Takes the ball. He gets taken without the ball. Play on's the call. Good call it was too. Kick from defence into the centre of Bairnsdale City Oval. Good tackle. Swarm of Traralgon players around the Bairnsdale ball holder. And the umpire will take control. 12 minutes into this final quarter. Opening game of the year. A lot of opposition clubs will be having a look at what they might see in the next few weeks. And you'd be reasonably impressed for a first game hit out for both sides today. It's had a little bit of everything for a little bit of everyone. As Bairnsdale from the stoppage, kick forward. Good contest at ground level. Traralgon have got the numbers. Can they get out? They can. McMahon went searching for his teammate in Cooper Brown. Couldn't find him. And over the boundary line goes Skolters. And there'll be a boundary throw in. McMahon comes in to lend a hand. And right in front of our Gippsland live coverage of Gippsland League. Nick Licino Porcada Rob Popplestone and this man, Daryl Scud Cooling.
Neoclear's little kick off the ground did well to Tripodi. Now Daltrey kicks to the pocket again. Lopez got underneath this one. Byron Vickery got a hand on it. And Hamilton, that's Josh Variety, was happy to see it go over. Now Daltrey struggles with cramp.
Happy with predictions, are you? I'll make a prediction now. He'll finish with 8. Dylan Lopez.
Wow.
He'll finish with 8.
He's got 6 and we're at the 13-minute mark.
Yeah, haven't you changed your mind? Bairnsdale were going to win by 40 points and then
36.
and then they were going to win at three-quarter time, and now Laprise, you've changed ships very close, very quickly.
Willardon gives a handle out to Cooper Brown. The left footer on the right side for a left footer. Puts it out of bounds on the full though. And you'd think now that the Red Leagues need to start to take some risks.
Yep.
Straight up the middle of the ground somehow. Get some run and carry, but the problem is the Traralgon defence has been very good all afternoon. And Lando rolls in, kicks it to the near side. East will be the target. Hourigan will fly. Can't complete the mark, but caused the spoil. Ground level there was Harvey. Squeezed it back to Mitchell. Twisting and turning. Gave it to Burne-Jones. Inside kick. Goes to Harvey. Can mark at his chest. Harvey looks around in the middle. There's no one there. Cloak now presents for him. He squares it backwards to Blenheim. Now Blenheim on a half-back flank will get it to the fat side, where Randall Stewart will run onto this one. He kicks it down the middle of the ground. Kieran Vickery was there. The forward Fentry kick. Does it find the target? Over the back. It's Bills. Can't complete the mark. McKenna goes to ground. Good tackle there by Halliburton, and Scolters was there. The ball bow pops out. Dorr will try to squeeze a handball back. Bills is under pressure.
Too high, Scud.
Umpire calls free kick. Going to Bills, is it?
Yeah, Reese is back on 2 for Bairnsdale.
So Jesse Bills wins the free kick and 50. So not quite done just yet. This will put Jesse Bills on the goal line and he'll put it through 14, make it 15 minutes gone in the final quarter. Bills chips it over the top of the man of the mark and we have a goal.
Yeah, they had to work really hard for that too, and Reese was in the middle of all that as well as soon as he went back on, and he's still having some struggles with cramp, but you know, Bairnsdale will probably be very disappointed in the way things have turned out this afternoon so far, and a lot of that's attributed to their skill level at the minute right now, and they will, and they've missed chances inside 50, where Traralgon have taken every opportunity they've had inside 50.
Traralgon's margin is 20 points at the 15-minute mark of the final quarter. The Harvey Norman computer scoreboard has Traralgon at 13-10-88, leading Bairnsdale 10-8-68.
So they took some chances through the corridor, as Scud called for, and they got the reward, and they're going to have to sort of show a bit of fortune favours the brave, they say, and they're going to need to be brave as well as the balls bounce down again. Again, Bairnsdale go forward. Can they string 2 in a row together again? They're going to need to.
Oh, well done, Reese.
Good contest, Reese. He's back on the field. Into the corridor. They've got the numbers. Oh, geez, probably at the bottom of the pack. Jesse Bills could have taken that one. He waited when he should have went, and now Chance Daltrey with his Maroon teammates left and right through Cooper Brown have got the runners. Cunico gives it back to Daltrey, and now they venture forward from the right half forward flank.
Yeah, Tripodi has it on the far side. Now he just slows things up. If you're just joining us, Logan Austin has done a hamstring in that third quarter. The kick goes inside forward 50, marked by Vickery. That's Byron. They've got the switch on. Cooper Harvey is one of those. Half-back flank, nothing presents, so he goes back inboard to Burne-Jones. Quickly they play on. Handball to Longbottom, back to Burne-Jones. Handball forward to Harvey. Harvey goes by hand again. Inboard to Tatnell, back to Harvey, to Mitchell, to Harvey. A good little link up. Inside 50, they've got numbers everywhere. Bairnsdale. Reese takes the mark, plays on, and will kick under pressure. Oh. He had handballs everywhere.
Yep. And a rush of blood. And a rush of blood when he should have chose a better option.
They needed that, Paul Carter.
10-9-69 Bairnsdale, trailing Traralgon by 19 points. Maroons 13-10-88. Harvey Norman computer scoreboard, 17 minutes played final turn.
Okay, so now finding himself with the ball is Sammy Halliburton. Comes grandstand side. Hamilton underneath this, and also Vanna Warden. Hamilton grabs the crumbs and kicks. And look at this. We've got Maroon players with plenty of pace and plenty of room. Hamilton feeds it over the top. I don't reckon you'll catch this bloke, or will you? No, you didn't, but he fed it off to Daltrey, who was under pressure. There's going to be a free kick for too high. And Daltrey from left half forward flank now. Where will he go? He's going to go for Dylan Laprise. They come from behind. He's going to go to the top of the square. 1-on-1. He's got 6. Can he get 7? He can't. Spills to the front of the pack. nicely taken.
Neocleus.
Too high. Neocleus, play on's the call. It's gone through for a goal.
It has to be advantage if it's Neocleus' free kick.
He's calling
it has
it
to
back.
be.
And I watched the umpire. He hadn't even called time on, and the Oaklers had already kicked the ball. So
It was-
should have been.
It was split second. It was bang, bang. High tackle kick. That's a goal.
Yeah.
It's an advantage every single day of the week. It's up to the player to call the advantage, not the umpire.
So all the umpire had to do was confirm with the goal umpire that there was advantage.
And it went through.
And it went through, and we would have had a goal. But anyway,
It won't matter.
Take two, it shouldn't matter, and it doesn't matter. A goal, a nice goal. Harry, take a bow. That's your third of the afternoon.
He's been the best small forward for me for this afternoon, only because he's been able to do it inside forward 50 and through the midfield as well, and his work rate has been phenomenal. So another reward there. His third is a great return for a small forward.
And it's back out to 25 points in Traralgon's favour. Harvey Norman Computers scoreboard at the almost 19-minute mark of the final quarter. The Maroons 14-10-94, leading Bairnsdale 10-9-69.
Well, there's the sealer, and it's very well done by the Maroons. They've and hats off to them as well. And not many clubs would have put their hand up to come and play a week earlier than the season starting, to travel to East Gippsland with a massive crowd here. Traralgon said yes, and they're going to come away with the 4 points. As they go forward again, Daltrey's there, and here's Cunico. He's had a good opening and puts it through the middle. Jordan Cunico has had an awesome afternoon, and this is a Cunico that we've come to see at the higher level. Last year was a little bit interrupted with some injuries, but this is ominous signs for the rest of the competition.
Yeah, spot on, Scud, and he's had a fantastic afternoon. And what I've really liked about his game is just his ball use and his calm head. And what it does, it just gives the young players around you a bit of a lift too, doesn't it, Pop? So
Yeah, it does.
And what he's really done is really shown the Gippsland League that Jordan Cunico is here to play this year.
And now we're out to 31 points at the 19-minute mark of the final quarter. Harvey Norman Computers scoreboard. Traralgon 15-10-100 to Bairnsdale 10-9-69.
And remember, Bairnsdale were within 2 straight kicks, and they had an opportunity, didn't they, to cut the margin to 1 kick.
Yep.
It went missing, and Traralgon responded beautifully. So all credit to the visiting side today. We're apprehensive about what we might saw, given the notable outs in this side, but they've got a young side coached by Tommy Hamilton, whose young fellas are playing an integral part and will need to play an integral part of this team.
Troy's
Troy, of course.
Tommy's playing.
Tommy's playing. I got mixed up as
And
someone else did earlier.
And I get feedback.
The ball inside forward 50. Bairnsdale into attack. Nicely done. Kick around the body. Every kick for Bairnsdale at the moment just hasn't quite hit the mark. Jesse Bills on that occasion missed what he could have actually converted as well. So since half-time when they were 4 goals at 8, they've added 6 goals to Paul Carter, but it's a long way from being good enough.
That's right, they're 10-10-70, trailing by 5 straight goals. Traralgon 15-10-100.
Hourigan, who's been good in the all afternoon, kicks it high out wide. Ground level there was Ambler. Inboard kick's going to be turned over. Lockie Byrne-Jones, forward handball to East. Swings around from 50 metres. It's a wobbly helicopter, and it's going to miss to the near side. Another minor score. Harvey Norman's computer scoreboard this afternoon. Find great deals when you upgrade to an HP Intel-powered laptop. In-store and online for details.
That is 10-11-71 Bairnsdale, trailing Traralgon 15-10-100.
29-point margin late into this season opener. Standalone game of the Alinta Energy Gippsland League. And you're listening to Gippsland Live on TRFM. All thanks to Harvey Norman Electrical Gippsland.
Ty Hirrigan, captain of the Maroons, would be happy. He's got a 100% strike rate as captain, albeit his first game as captain. He kicks along to Hamilton. Back of the pack. Nicely done. Chance Daltrey rose beautifully. Gives ground. Keeps possession. And off they go. Lewis D'Angelo plays on. Link McKenna was closing him down. Goes searching for. I thought Josh Hamilton was taken front on. The umpire says play on. And Hamilton fights hard to keep the ball in. And will now be a 50-50 contest as the umpire assumes control left half forward flank. Traralgon leading and Traralgon attacking. They're 29 points up, 22 minutes gone. Ball thrown down again. Sorry, Scud.
Byrne-Jones's kick was smothered. Goes backwards in the end. Willerton couldn't keep it in the field of play.
Just with that D'Angelo kick, Scud, too, if he just scoped a little bit more to his right, he had Brown on his own at centre half forward. It's just one of those little things that he kicks that one and he just puts another nail in the coffin.
15 goals for the Maroons when their forwards entries were going to be an issue, but they've answered that today. D'Angelo got around a couple, but then got ran down from behind. And Corbett, no, it's Blenheim, sorry, with the tackle. Handballs back to Matthew Hamilton for the Redlegs. Kick will be turned over to Jacko McMahon of the Traralgon side. On the wing now at the Bairnsdale City Oval. Inboard he goes. Huey Dunbar, full of run. Delivers to centre half forward. Scandrick will go over and take the mark. Ground, defending player was on the ground and Scandrick rolls on. Gets it to Vanaward and can't complete the mark. Rushed through for a minor score again. The margin now back to 30 points.
You know, Traralgon just appear to be running this game out, don't they? They really do. Yep. And whilst, you know, the big fella for them, their ruckman in Tommy Hamilton has suffered cramp. He's been the only obvious one for Traralgon, where we've had 3, 4, maybe 5 players for Bairnsdale who've just felt the pinch of the demands of this game as the Redlegs try to work it out of their defensive 50. They come grandstand side. The boundary umpire calls the ball out.
Yep.
Geez, it was close, but Cooper Harvey, although unhappy, will have to give that ball back. Left half forward flank, grandstand side. Traralgon into attack and leading, as we said, by 5 straight goals. 10-11 to 15-11. And let's see if Scud can't get another one on the board.
In the front spot, long bottom. Well roved there by Cooper Harvey. Kick around the body. Carstairs marks. There's an open forward line. He just barrels it in. It's a foot race now. Hourigan will lead the chase. Kieran Vickery's there.
Look at that.
But Hourigan's up to the task. And not only that, he can turn and find a tugger by foot. D'Angelo goes inboard. There's another cramping player. Dunbar gets it out wide. Chance Daltrey has it. Half forward flank. Inside forward 50 entry to Dylan Lopez. Can't complete the mark. Had to rove it. Handballed it out of bounds. Under pressure. Boundary umpire said, let's ball it up. Throw it in for a boundary throw in. It is 30-point margin. Closing in on the final siren.
Bairnsdale defenders are party poopers. They're not given to deal with that opportunity.
A couple of moments ago, Dylan Lopez was about to kick 8 goals coming out of Boxer's mouth. He still only has 6.
That's okay.
Still a chance. Boundary throw in. Vanaward in the front spot. Try to take it out of the ruck. Ball goes to ground. Cooper Brown was there along with Connor Ambler, and the umpire will ball it up. Just repeating earlier around the grounds, all thanks to Harvey Norman Furniture. An A-grade netball. Traralgon 43 defeating Bairnsdale 34. And Stacey O'Brien was the best on court. Our Gippsland Zuzu Ute player of the day. Tom Hamilton's been good all afternoon. Kick around the body. This time it's going to land on his opposition ruckman Ethan East's chest. Gets it out to Randall Stewart.
So Randall Stewart, right back pocket. Looks forward, not a lot of room to move. The kick was smothered by Chance Daltrey, who hasn't been their worst today either. Every player has played a part, haven't they? Yep. There hasn't been too many weak links that are obvious to me in this Traralgon side.
Well, I've got Chance Daltrey down for 20 disposal.
Very nice, very consistent performance by him. Nice to have him back in the maroon colours. Ball thrown back in. Lands on the 50-metre arc. Nicely done. Redlegs run it through with numbers, but this is where they're breaking down. It's 4-3v3, and when Hourigan's one of the 4, you know you're always going to be in a bit of bother. Good tackle. Play on would be the call. Play on is the call. Traralgon, there's some tired legs out there at the moment from both sides. Just can't take the ball cleanly. Nicely done, Hamilton. Gives to McMahon. He's taken ball and all. Play on's the call. 30 metres from Bairnsdale's goals. Nice tackle by Skolters. Keep that ball in. As I say, 30 metres from the Redlegs goals and the slightest of angles, with the home side at the 26-minute mark trailing by 5 goals.
As Brown comes off for a spell, Halliburton comes back on, goes straight down to his defensive post. Ground level there was Tate Marsh, lost it in the tackle. And in front of the scoreboard here at Bairnsdale City Oval, we've got another boundary throw in.
Sky, just around the grounds quickly for Harvey Norman Furniture, Gippsland. It is a 9-point game, 28-19 in the favour of the Saints in the AFL.
Thank you very much. Big moments this afternoon, all thanks to the Mall Bowling Club. Their legendary 6th tap.
Free kick, McDonald's way. He's been serviceable today as well. Goes out the back. The big fella, Jacob Vanaward, will be rewarded the free kick, just taken out of the contest, as we see another Bairnsdale player go down with cramp.
Burn Jones on this occasion.
Yep, there's been plenty of them today. McMahon wanted him to go backwards. He goes along the line, out the back, nicely done. He looks like he's got a bit of potential, this young fella too. Taken high, the umpire fell for it. He lifted the elbow to get the high contact, but got it nicely.
What's the background there, Scub, with Scandrick?
Youngster. Yep. He's probably only 19 years of age. Did make the power squad. Didn't play too many games last year with Gippsland Power, but a young product of Traralgon.
Okay, goes forward, inside forward 50. Races on. Who's going to lead that race? Nicely taking his opponent out of the contest was Neokles. Picked up the ball, but then was taken by his opponent. Just 10 metres from Traralgon's goals.
You've certainly got some tricks, Boxer, and just got to get it all together.
A lively sort.
Yeah, lively. It'll take time. That's what youngsters do in this comp.
So East got rid of his opponent, thumps the ball, but guess what? Straight to Connor Ambler, who is on the opposing side, unfortunately for him. Kicks just 10 metres from Traralgon's goals, and it'll be held in there. There's some tied legs there now.
Ambler's cramping.
In the dying minutes. We're 28 minutes gone.
Is D'Angelo still on the Box Hill list?
No.
No, okay.
So we've seen 5 goals in this quarter, and we've deep into time on now. 3.5 minutes gone of time on.
Harvey Neocleus is with Casey Demons, the only player at this stage with the Maroons.
Okay, Cloak on the end of it, got rid of it. Will he get a free kick, or has it been called out of play? It's been called out of play, out of side of the ground, 65 metres from Traralgon's goal.
And the only reason why I ask, he gets a consistent year with the Maroons as well, so that's not going to be a chop and change.
No, that's
like
correct.
It was last year.
Yep. 28 and 3/4 minutes gone, final quarter. Ball back into the plate. East was there, tapped it down. Working hard across there was McDonald. Maroons through Mitchell. He's worked hard for the Red Legs. Kicks it to the outer wing though, and misjudges the field of play. Puts it out of bounds on the full. We've got our player rankings coming up after this too. Give you the idea to give a few extra players a little bit of a vote, and then we'll have our rankings released during the week on our Gippsland Live socials. Kick goes towards Scandrick direction. Couldn't complete the mark. Now he picks it up on the hop. Delivers a kick inside 50. Lopez! You pay that one. That's a mark. He takes the grab. Box is happy.
He hasn't missed all day, Laprise.
He's got 6.
But now that, Nick, you've called that he can't miss. I've called that he can't miss. Paul Carter said he can't possibly miss. And now Nick Lucchino, the most experienced of all of us, says he can't miss. Let's see what happens.
So Dylan Lopez, tight angle too, by the way. We'll have to kick it about 40, 38 metres.
Hasn't missed all day. Nick says he can't miss.
The city end of the ground. He does not miss. He doesn't miss. You are kidding me. He has thrown it out of the water.
7
for Dylan Lopez this afternoon. And that is some start to this season.
And there's the player that straightened them up. Albeit, it's Dill's always been known as a lead-up centre-half forward. Played a little bit deeper, and we know his work rate is very good. And his leads have been impeccable.
But he's a great competitor too. If he doesn't mark the ball, it comes to ground.
And that's one of their biggest contributions today from their forwards.
Yes.
They've all competed well, and their small forwards have actually rewarded that work.
6 straight goals the difference with Traralgon 16-11-107, leading Bairnsdale 10-11-71, 30-minute marks. Siren can't be far away. Harvey Norman computer scoreboard.
Taking the ruck duties there was Max East. Although Hamilton tapped it down, McKenna was there, kicked around his body. Corbett will take the chest mark at centre-half forward. He looks up. Vickery will lead, but he goes to the lateral option where Cooper Harvey takes the mark. The man on the mark's right on the top of the 50. Lower the eyes, and on a lead was Longbottom and Hugh. And I don't want you to add any letters into Hugh's name. I'll let you work that out in a moment. I don't want you to remove a H and add an
H and E, maybe.
Please don't do that, because Hugh Longbottom will have a shot now from 50 metres out. 31 minutes gone. Final quarter. He's side trailing. Longbottom's kick is low and to the line touched. I think Hourigan got a fingernail on it. Paul Carter for Harvey Norman Computers.
Bairnsdale 10-12-72, trailing Traralgon 16-11-107, 31.5 minute played in the last quarter.
Can't possibly be much time left. 6 minutes of time on, 6 goals scored. McMahon changes direction. He's got Hourigan. Hourigan's got a heap of space, but he's in no rush, nor should he be. His side's got this game won. The kick was nicely weighted. Found Skoltes. Skoltes was run down, but had time to go long. Yeah, good fly from behind. Chance Daltrey took the crumbs after a contest from Connor Scandrick. And right in front of our Gippsland Live commentary position, there'll be a boundary throw-in. 32 minutes gone now. Traralgon 16-11. Bairnsdale 10 goals 12. McDonald to do the ruck work for Traralgon. And just like that, game over. Season opener. A big year. Almost looks certain.
Yeah, absolutely. A great game to kick things off for the Alinta Energy Gippsland League. Sees Traralgon get the victory by 35 points, 16-11-107, defeating Bairnsdale on their home deck, 10-12-72. It went 32 minutes the final quarter. We've got all the catch-ups with the best on grounds this afternoon. Our Zambrero goal today, and we'll wrap things up from the Bairnsdale City Oval. You've been listening to Gippsland Live right here on TRFM. All thanks to Harvey Norman Electrical Gippsland, 35-point victors to the Maroons.